Welcome back to episode 6 of the High Rollers. It is crazy. We're
Welcome
episode
back.
6. Episode 6 already.
For some reason, I felt like we were on 7.
No, it is 6 because 4 was Timmy. Last
Okay.
was 5. And
Okay.
maybe if we did it weekly, we would already be
Yeah.
a little up ahead. But
Yeah.
regardless, welcome everyone back. Hopefully everyone had
Welcome
a
back.
great New Year's.
Yes.
Christmas,
Happy New Year.
Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate, your holiday season was great. Mine was pretty good, relaxing, much needed. How about you, RC? We just saw each other for New Year's, actually. So
Yeah. We did see each other for New Year's, but honestly, it was pretty much filled with work. So yeah, wasn't kind of just staying on track. Not much changed.
Yeah, right now we're all trying to. Feels like a lot of people are just trying to get to the next trip.
Oh yes. Oh my
And
gosh.
for some, it's even longer because unless you're
Yes.
lucky and can go to Cali with everything that's happening just a month from now. That's crazy. Just all this stuff happening in Cali a month from now.
Dude.
And
Oh my gosh.
it's looking like spring break for us, unfortunately. But
I've got February.
well, so you got it February
Yeah.
now.
I do have February. It's a family trip to
Okay.
Florida.
Okay.
But
Okay.
but yeah, I kind of feel a little upset I don't have anything in January, but what can you do?
January, I think I might actually be just. I might chill.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the
Good
coldest.
good time to save some money.
Exactly. Save some money. Get FOMO looking at all the February events. But for March, that's when I go back. March and April, that's when I'm back. That's when I wanna come
Let's
back.
go ahead and hope Air Force One opens in March because that'd be a great trip.
Wasn't it supposed to open March 30th or something? I think that's what I
don't know.
heard.
It'd be nice if it opened prior to that though.
We technically already talking about news.
Yeah, that's true.
But nah.
I mean, we gotta
Yeah,
tag that
exactly.
too.
So buckle on in because this is going to be the 2022 year in review episode where we're going over some of our, I guess, favorite moments, the biggest winners and losers, obviously the news, which actually there's a lot if we, after really looking into it, coming on up to
Yeah.
these last 2 weeks. And then, finally, you guys get to hear our hottest of takes when it comes to our top 25.
Oh man.
Because, yeah.
We're gonna be talking top parks too.
Yep. That's gonna, so you guys can officially hear our opinions on that, where we stand on that. And we'll be more open on that, I guess, on the cast when we talk about new parks we hit. But,
Yeah.
let's start off with news for now, because we got a lot. Shit. Let's go off Mission Ferrari. Because I've been looking at that thing. We've all been looking at that thing for over a decade now. Close to it. And it was standing, but not operating. We talked about it last cast, but it's officially opening now. On January 12th. So it'll be opening within 2 weeks here. A week and a half.
Will it last?
Who knows? I'm waiting those like first Reddit or like Instagram reviews of travelers that are gonna be the first riders. We'll see, man. I would not be surprised for some reason if it turned into a Ring Racer 2.0. That something happens to it.
It's gonna be a rare credit like the art museum credit.
Oh,
Shout
yeah.
out to Jordan and Adam who just went and got that.
Oh, yeah, that's clutch. It's like,
Gotta check out their vlog on that.
yes, I didn't even know they vlog.
Dude, what? I'll send that to you right now,
Yeah,
bro.
hold up. Yeah, go ahead and
yeah.
What's shout out to Jordan. Then go. What's
Yeah.
their
You can-
YouTube?
You can find it Adam the Tourist on YouTube, and it's called Gentlemen Visit the Mass Museum of Contemporary Art. I'm
That-
sending you the link.
So go ahead and
You gotta
check
check
that
it
out.
out. They just got the credit.
Yeah,
Not too long
because
ago. Uploaded a very
shit.
funny video.
yeah, these are definitely some of the homies that we know from the coaster community. Jordan running the gang from the girls chat.
Yep.
Like, you guys are awesome. Can't wait to link up again 2023. But Mission Ferrari is finally opening. And, yeah, rare credit. Lucky if you get it. I don't know whenever I'm going to be getting down to, like... I found out on Christmas my cousin just rode Formula Rosa. He rode it, like, 2 months ago. He was in Abu Dhabi because he was on a trip for the military. And I was like, what? No way. He said, yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, he said it was really good. He said it was awesome.
Wow.
Said he prefers it over Ka. He doesn't know if he prefers it over Dragster. Because he's one of the people that got me into being an enthusiast back then. So, like, he says that launch is not unlike anything else. He's like, he said it's not nearly as snappy as the, like, Dragster or Ka, but, like, it almost has pulses, it says. It's like one, and you're shot up, and then you're going even faster. And there's no way you're avoiding the cheeks. Like, your face is just... I don't know.
Yeah, for some reason, I think Kaz is a little bit better than Dragster.
I never rode Dragster, so I unfortunately cannot compare. But
obviously the lap bars are way better.
Oh, so. I can imagine. Like the main thing about Ka for me was the launch. Like the drop doesn't really do anything for me. It has lats, but like the OTS, the over the shoulder restraints, kind of doesn't do much.
Need the Ka or the Dragster teasers for what's coming next.
Maybe they'll say something on Wintercella, but I doubt it.
I doubt it. Yeah.
I highly doubt it. Next, we're going on to Air Force One POV. So, 2 of them got released. There was a meme one that looked like it was a really bad, like, stabilized, like, they made it super smooth. It was on the nose of the car.
Yeah,
and,
it was, yeah.
And it even seemed slower. Like, it was one of the first runs, for sure. It was so rough, you were just looking at, like, the rails, like, the running rails, and not necessarily the actual layout and what's going on ahead. Luckily, though, I don't know if they heard, I don't know if they agreed, but they put out another POV, and it was with, I think some of the Airy family on it, and they were recording, and I hope the chain level was a little bit faster because that looks slow, like Magnum slow for some reason. But it definitely was a better POV, let me tell you, because it was only, maybe 55, 60 degrees, maybe less, and that thing was cooking.
Well, and it's crazy because I'm not a POV watcher. Like I've talked about, but now I kind of feel like I have to, and that thing looks fucking amazing. Like I was genuinely thinking it could be Gwazi level for me, just off the POV.
It really. See, I don't know. I don't know because.
No spoilers.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't know. It looks really like It looks like a top RMC in the States, in my opinion.
Definitely.
I'm a big fan of Joe Draves, so with that being one of his, it seems like they just said, you know what, go ahead and do whatever the hell you want.
All I can say is about Joe Draves, let him cook.
Give him the pot, give him the pan, let him add whatever egg and ramen he needs. Let him cook.
Let that man cook, because whatever he's cooking, I'm at the dinner table.
Yeah, because if you guys haven't seen that, Fun Spot Atlanta has been putting on all their socials. They've been doing a good amount of teasing for the ride, so I'm assuming it's opening soon. I'm assuming, like, as in, like, 2 months, March, April.
I believe that RMCs don't need that long to finish their test cycles.
Yeah. Only really clearance. No. And I think Gwazi opened, and then it still had a clearance issue. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know people that fell victim to that.
Oh, I just saw a fox pass by. He's here in the cast right now.
Jeez.
Actually, I've never seen one like that close to the house. That was bad. But yeah, go ahead and check that out. Let's talk about this because I thought you would find this interesting. Japan is potentially opening a Harry Potter theme park.
I looked at the article for this, and it is intriguing, but I thought you have to get copyright approval and stuff.
Yeah. So
I just know that with Universal Studios, J.K. Rowling was super hands-on on a lot of that stuff, as far as I know. So I wonder if that would kind of carry over to this too.
So apparently, this was technically old, but it might be happening. Who knows if more stuff is happening here? Because it is 2023 now. But a park based on the Harry Potter film franchise is expected to open in Tokyo around spring 2023. If you ever heard anything about it, so now I don't think it's gonna be 2023. Who knows if this is still even happening? It could be cooking still. But this was an article from a while ago. It was in the park called Toshimen. I'm assuming that's what it's called. Or excuse my Japanese.
Yeah, like.
But it will be similar to Warner Brothers Studios' Tour London, the making of Harry Potter, a facility in London that lets visitors experience the wizardly world through costume sets and props, the source said.
It looks like they say the Universal Studios Japan operator invested $414 million
Yep.
in. So, I mean, it definitely looks like it could be a legit thing.
That's the only reason why I'm like, it's so much money to just, not potentially maybe see something soon. In the next few years about this. Because I know there has been more Harry Potter just standalone or just single things happening. Like, there's one in our area now, apparently. You went to around the Halloween season. So
it was called, let me see. The Harry Potter Forbidden Forest Experience. And that was actually really good.
Okay. Yeah, so who knows? I'm not sure exactly how JK handles all of this. Granted, some people would be better. Probably like, the more she has hands off, the better, depending on how you feel about certain things that have been said.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, if that happens, that'll be cool. More Harry Potter stuff for the fans. And this was interesting to me. So, moving on to Efteling, where they have finished installing Titan Track on Jaris.
That's a 2010.
Yeah, that's the reason I found it was interesting.
Yeah.
2010, doesn't really, it's not a big ride. Besides, I guess besides the fact it is a dueling coaster. But I haven't heard anything about the ride being any rough or needing any sort of renovation or whole retracking.
I guess it really boiled down to how well Efteling was managing it and putting maintenance on it.
Yeah. And I'm even wondering if they're just like, you know what? If it's as good as you say it is with, less maintenance, overall, maybe they're just trying to jump the gun now at it before it was potentially needed for a retrack or refurbishment. And they just, let's do it now. Let's just get out of the way. I don't know how popular it is at the park, but it seems like it was a whole
layout.
Yeah, and it's dueling, so definitely will be capacity. I think there was an issue with one of the. I think it closed. It is closed, but it reopened with one side recently. The fire side, which I'm not even sure exactly why. I've never got confirmation about that, but it seems like they were fast with reopening one side. So hopefully, the other side is open, and if not open now, as we speak. So,
right.
Well, let's go with some of this smaller stuff now here. So, Tron is actually opening in spring 2023. So they blue balled us enough with a clone that it's finally here. It's finally coming. So many execs have already rolled the ride. Yeah. It's been testing really consistently. They've been sending cycle after cycle. People have been saying. So if you're going to Disney around spring break, I'm assuming that seems like would probably be. They haven't had a finite date, but they did say spring. Spring break to May. I would assume it's probably around when you'll finally be able to step onto Tron in Magic Kingdom. Man. So I haven't been to any Disney park in over a decade.
I will be visiting another in February. Or two more, possibly. So.
Are you going... Do you know which ones?
So we did Epcot in December, and then we're going to do Hollywood Studios, definitely. And then potentially Animal Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom has one of my favorite themed coasters in Expedition Everest.
As long as the Yeti works.
Well, I even cheated with my rankings, and I have A mode and B mode as separate rankings.
Yeah.
Because, like, A mode is gas. That's all I gotta say. Like, seeing that in 2006 for the few months it worked, I was lucky, to say the least. But yeah, I hope you enjoy that, because Animal Kingdom for me is my second. It might be my favorite. I don't know. I really don't know what my favorite is anymore. But I liked it because I like animals, and it was just the theming there is seamless, just so seamless. Yeah. Oh, you have Avatar now. Pandora's there now, so that's gonna be cool.
I'm excited.
Desperado Bills. Yeah, the Buffalo Bills Resort and Casino. Excuse me, that's what it was. So that casino is opening in with some of its attractions, and man, that apparently it is known as one of the worst coasters on the planet. It looks impressive. You know, it's a big arrow in the middle of nowhere, 209 feet tall, 80 miles an hour, but it's just apparently it's just unbearable. You know, and everything else open with it, and besides that, it has a notice from the state saying it cannot run on the main board. So that leaves to question the ride's fate, which a lot of people are just assuming it's done. You know, like, if you got the credit, it's still a credit and forget it, even though it's somewhat special. It's like Big Apple status. Just not a great ride, even though it's notorious for that. So now enthusiasts want to ride it just to get their own opinion. Like, you know, obviously I hope it still stays, just because it's such an interesting attraction. Maybe they can retrack it. I don't know. Maybe turn it to something better. But if it does go, I can completely understand. It seems like it's almost not worth it for this resort / casino. So
yeah,
this is easy. So pipeline layout is complete. Yeah. Finally, you know, it looks cool. It looks aesthetically pleasing, but I'm still not sold yet. I need to ride it. You know, I'm seeing everyone saying, "Yo, this is gonna be a great ride. It's gonna be good." I'm not sold. It's still a stand-up. We'll have to see, and I'll be back. So,
speaking of that, Big Bear Mountain is basically complete.
Wait, really?
Yes. Let me send it to you. In case you missed it.
I don't know how no one even... That's crazy. I mean...
Yeah, I don't think anyone's really been talking about that, but check out that reel of the, of what it covers.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it is done.
And then...
That is a lot of track.
And then speaking of stuff being built, I saw something else that Palindrome at Codaland is still sitting in the parking lot, not being assembled. So, that's interesting.
And out of all the places, there's snow on the ground here. And the track is done.
Yeah.
Like, all I gotta say is I hope Codaland can pick up some steam soon, because...
Yep.
They did a lot of testing, a lot of teasing. They were even at IAPA, you know, saying, hey, they're showing the tilt coaster still. You guys still need to put up Palindrome that was supposed to open last year.
Yeah, I don't understand that one.
I hope that it's just like, we just look away, we don't care for like a week, and then all of a sudden it's up. It's like, oh crap, nice.
Yeah.
It's a nice surprise. So this is a cool one for the people that were down in Florida, and because of the crazy just cold that just went through the states, I was like, dang, even Florida is suffering. I thought they were just saying, oh, 60 is cold, but no, I looked and it was actually like ridiculous. Like, it was mostly under 30, around 30 in Central Florida. So everyone there was frozen, I can imagine, because they were in coats when it's 60.
Were not used to it.
So Nemesis track is rumored to be at the Claremont Steel Fabrication, which, if you didn't know, that is the fabrication plants that B&M uses here in the States for all their coasters. And it looks like that is potentially the track, and people are assuming that's the paint too. Now there's no truth to this yet, but they're saying since it's all black, that could be the paint. Some saying it's just a primer and it's not fully painted yet. But it's been basically discourse between UK enthusiasts because, you know, super influential ride in the scene there, and known for its white paint. Even the rust that's kind of reddish kind of rust that kind of made and added on to the ride's like theme. Some are not keen, some are for it. They've been showing concepts with the black on it. I think it could look cool if it goes with everything. You know, if it's a re-theme, I think it makes sense, you know? Because they are seeming like they're going with a full-on, like, repackage, like, a whole renovation of Nemesis. Kind of like what they did with the Hulk.
Which is, I think that'll be nice.
No, I think it's well-deserved. Like, I'm so happy that, like, we're able to keep rates for years to come. Because then it puts in the question, like, oh, you know, will they do that with other B&Ms? Like, I guess the ones that come to my mind right now is, like, well, Kumba. Will Busch Gardens pull out the money for that? Or, like, some of the stand-ups you might see go because they came after that. But then we got, like, Alpengeist in 97. You know, that's coming pretty soon. Paul's Chariot, you know?
Although Alpi is, like, it doesn't really run, or didn't for a long time run year-round, so I guess it probably still won't.
And that ride is bipolar. Like, I rode literally 2 days in a row, so it was glass smooth. Some of the best rides I've had in Alpengeist. Then the next day, it was almost unbearable how rough it was. I don't know what happened. They just put it away on the transfer track.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Alpengeist is probably the most bipolar ride I've ever rode. Because it was like glass smooth one day, and the next day it was just rough. Like super headbangy. And like shuffling just on the track the entire time.
Yeah.
But no. So Tron, okay, now back up to here. So I'm not big on a Studio Ghibli, or Ghibli, however you say it. But this theme park does look very, very interesting. As they're the theme park that's opening in Japan for Studio Ghibli, or Ghibli, however you say it, they're finally opening international tickets. So we first learned about this in 2015, but now it's been making leaps and bounds, and it's in the final ends to where the park is opening. I think in April. I know it's. Actually, let me see here. I can't. Opening.
March. From March 15th to April 30th, it says.
Okay. So it's opening in March here. And it's gonna have all the characters and all the IPs from Studio Ghibli. So you're gonna be able to interact and see just like literally walk around life size, or even like to scale models of these characters that people really adore and love the stories of. So that's gonna be cool.
Really interesting.
Yeah, it's
looking at the park map here.
Yeah, it's a lot of experiences and walkthroughs, which it's a very different park experience. Who knows if they're going to be adding more attractions and rides as the park grows? But a new theme park, I'll take it. You know, and I know a friend or two that's really into it. So I'm really into some of their films, so I know they would be excited to go to that and see how authentic it is as well. Because I know I don't know if it's Universal Studios Japan that has some like Attack on Titan and even just anime like characters just out that you can just walk and like interact. Like you can walk by a Titan from Attack on Titan. It's huge structure and it's super well done.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming it's gonna be something similar to that. And that's gonna be really cool. Bone Shaker. See, speaking of which, Palindrome's been sitting there. But Bone Shaker track just got put on to Mattel Adventure Park in Arizona.
That's just so like what is the holdup? Really?
So they're gonna be building that, and that park's gonna be moving on, and that's good news. Now we're getting into some of the juice, though. Some of the juice, as these last two articles are pretty interesting. As Silver Dollar City, did you look at this one? With the
Yeah, I did.
So I actually didn't even know that. Maybe I overlooked it.
Somehow I didn't see this either.
But yeah, unfortunately, let me pull up the article here. So Silver Dollar City is actually being fined after an unfortunate employee death at the park. So they're being fined $15,000 by OSHA, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, after a maintenance worker apparently had an unfortunate accident and died in July. And yeah, so hopefully everyone else involved like that dealing with this, so right that they get this dealt with and that the family is okay, gets whatever reparations and respects needed for this.
I mean, this was a seasoned employee that was working maintenance for 5 years.
Yeah, it was a great sorrow that we share a loss with Silver Dollar City employee. He was a dedicated and passionate member of our family, having worked in maintenance and construction since 2017. So that's basically the closing of that. It may have gone just under the radar, just swept under the rug.
Yeah, I'm not sure I
haven't
really heard anything about that.
In general, unfortunately, Silver Dollar City is gonna have to pay a fine from it because, and I guess you gotta wonder exactly what happened in it. Was it their negligence that caused them? Did they not follow protocols with OSHA or any other industry leading, industry leading like organization that runs safety, like IROC and all that? And did they find something that potentially maybe aided or caused more of an effect into his? Who knows?
That's really weird to see coming out of Silver Dollar City.
Yeah, because Jesus, I mean, there's one thing we didn't even put on here yet, which I guess we missed, is because I would hear something more unfortunate news like that from segueing the Icon Park, because literally just a year ago almost we heard. No, it wasn't it was close to it now, about the unfortunate free fall drop tower accident that obviously is now closed and being removed, but it's not ran by the same people. This isn't run by Slingshot, but the Orlando Eye at the Icon Park.
Oh yes.
On New Year's Eve, just randomly I'm not even sure what happened yet, but it lost power, and there were sparks everywhere from one of the chassis, and there were people, up to 60 people, stuck in the cars. Luckily, it seemed like a speedy response from the Orange County Fire Department, and they got in there, got everyone out. I think it happened at like 6:30, and everyone was out and evacuated by 9 or 10 o'clock. So no one died, no one injured, none of that.
Thankfully.
So it was just very, I would assume, a freak accident, and damn, is Icon Park just almost cursed, it seems like.
Yeah.
Because, granted, the other one was an operational Slingshot, There's a whole wormhole of that, what you can go down to find out who exactly made that change with the drop tower. But this isn't even owned by Slingshot. This is just randomly just happening. And it was definitely a show to see if you were just watching or walking by, or even if you were on the high. I could imagine that was pretty freaking terrifying. There were, at least it was like pyrotechnics level of sparks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gratefully, everyone was out before the new year on the East Coast at that time, and fine. But damn. Yeah. Hopefully everyone is fine afterwards. So, here's the most interesting news, though, for me. The Six Flags investor that is basically trying to advertise, but also trying to tell Six Flags to, hey, you should definitely sell your parks that aren't doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's an activist shareholder, and this guy is... If you look into him, essentially, you find out immediately he's been doing this with, like, businesses for over a decade. Going in, saying, hey, you know, if you aren't doing anything with this, instead of owning the land, you should lease it out, but still own it. But have them lease it so, you know, like, you're still getting money from it, but they're, you know, for a few years until maybe you buy it back, and then, or maybe you just sell it off in general. So he's a pretty active shareholder in Six Flags. And he has been saying, you know, hey, you guys should do this. I've been doing this, you know, with all these other places. You know, he's been kind of saying, like, hey, check me out. I'm that guy. You know, I can. He's trying at the same time, which is kind of hilarious. It's like an advertisement, but he's literally saying, like, hey, Salim, you know, what's happening? You know, we've gone down in shares by a lot. Our attendance is doing nothing compared to 2021. We were one of the top to the other parks after the pandemic. So he's basically saying if things aren't happening, you know, we should keep what works and get rid of what doesn't. Which basically makes me want to bring up the discussion of what parks, because Salim after that said, oh, okay, you know, it's a transition period, you know, we're doing this new thing, blah, blah, like this new experiences, and then ticket pricing to, you know, and make a more valuable experience. He was trying to explain that in the call as well. But there was still push. If there were to sell parks, what parks do you think they would sell? If that were to actually happen and they were to, even if they were to just get, that was one of my first ones too, yeah.
Do they still have Frontier City?
I think they... No, that's Gilroy.
Yeah. No, I think they do.
Yes, they do.
That would go. Maybe Darien Lake, America.
I honestly think... I think Lake might stay, but I think America would go. I don't know why.
Well, they both go.
I would not be surprised if they kind of just throw away a few, or if they do just say, like, half of our parks just gone. Like, we don't need them, you know, like, we'll try to sell them to someone else, give it to another operator.
Yeah.
But, like, besides the blatant advertisement and ego from this Lands and Buildings guy, I kind of understand where he's coming from. Some of these parks are just rotting. America is one of them. Like, you're paying running costs and all this stuff, you know, for what? You know, half your rides aren't open. You're having a hard time getting staff. No one's happy at these parks.
Relocate Wild One, please.
It's been relocated once, so, you know, I'm not... I would not be surprised if they could.
I really hope so.
But, yeah. Like, just these aging, just eyesore parks. Because, like, you go to, like, America, and then you're like, okay, I rode Wild One. That was a great ride. And then next month you're at Fiesta, Texas, and it's a completely different experience.
Yeah. I mean, that's true. But
they're almost like run by different companies, it feels like.
I don't know. I wouldn't go that far.
I guess the love is just seen for park presidents over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would not be surprised to see, if they do happen, some of their parks, even the ones that are close to us, unfortunately, leaving.
I just saw something pop up actually about at SeaWorld in Australia. I don't know if you saw that or not. I'm gonna
I think I saw something, and I saw something where someone told me not to look.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a different. They said, don't look at the Inside the Magic article. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I won't look at that one.
Yeah.
That's insane. Yeah, this just happened today. I remember seeing this. So,
this is like something that's like park guests can do. So it was like guests, I think.
No way. So apparently, 4 unfortunately have died in a mid-air incident over the Gold Coast. Which, yeah, it's near SeaWorld on Australia's Gold Coast. Now, I don't know if it were people from, according to the SeaWorld website, the park offers sightseeing helicopter flights for tourists, as well as carrying out other charter operations. The resort's owner, Village Roadshow Theme Parks, offered its condolences to all those.
Yeah.
Helicopter has a popular marine. Yeah, that's what I was saying. It definitely has the SeaWorld's logo on it, though.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Awful. And it's being said that SeaWorld Australia is not associated with the American SeaWorld, Busch Gardens, or Seas Parks.
Yeah, that's one. Yeah. That's one thing we messed up on with Timmy, but yeah, it's whatever. We know now. Well, like I've figured it out after, but it's this is just a different SeaWorld IP like franchise.
Yeah. That's terrible.
Yeah, this is very, very unfortunate news. Well, hopefully. What were we gonna say?
Twister's getting a partial retrack and major track renovation.
What, at Knoebels?
Yep.
That's good.
And they're getting gates to the station.
Oh wow! I wonder
what's interesting.
Yeah, I wonder what's causing them to do that.
Yeah, I don't know. Construction apparently began a while ago, like in November.
Oh, so we're basically done with all the news here, and we're gonna go into Winterfest stuff. But
speaking of King's Dominion, did you see that they teased Jungle X?
I was gonna put that in. So last thing here, as we're Katy fans. It's one of our favorite parks, obviously one of our home parks. They have started to tease what appears to be maybe some of Phase 2. As if you were familiar with Volcano's Q, you walked up through inside a little bit of the rockwork, and then you went around this cattle pen, and then you would see that there was like all this like weaved like bamboo and all that stuff around. But in there you would see like these statues, or not statues, these like masks, like Tiki mask and Islander mask, and they were put up alongside. And what was the teaser exactly from King's Dominion? That's really what they said on the tweet. What was interesting.
Yeah.
So they just said these faces in Jungle X seem familiar. And honestly, so when I look at it, they're placed on the outside of Timbili's maintenance building on that fence.
And they also, in case you didn't see that, they said they're posting more information about Grizzly yesterday.
Wait, huh? Where?
Restore the Roar.
Oh yeah, more info coming soon. Do the Roar. So by next cast, we'll be talking about that as well.
Yeah.
You know, I'm really hoping it is a good retrack, because I'm telling you, I'm not the biggest fan of Racer 75 now, dude. Like that retrack kind of made it dull.
I rode it this year.
It's kind of dull. I don't know. And it doesn't race, so it's like, why am I riding this?
I gotta see if I even rode that this year. According to my logs, I rode it 2 times this year, and they were not memorable enough for
you to even remember if you rode them.
Yeah.
So going on to Winterfest. So I'm actually gonna have you talk about yours, because mine was not that like I literally just went to ride Twisted, really. And but you were with homies, so I literally went by myself because my plans fell through, and I was like, fuck it. It's really nice. But I was talking to one of the ride ops afterwards. The crew is always awesome there. I was talking to them, and actually just legit just talking until I got to the conversation about why exactly what happened to the third computer for the lockers. And I asked him, like, please tell me for 2023 if it's coming back. And
well, it's been broken since last summer because it was still broken last night.
Got a story as to why that happened. Yeah. So apparently, this is ridiculous, bro. So that one was always slower anyway. And apparently that guy was so frustrated. I don't know what was. It must have been the summer heat. Maybe it was a line, whatever. He must have put it in wrong or something. He punched the screen, and it didn't work.
Seriously?
It broke. So they had to replace it, and apparently they replaced it. It's in there, and it works, but it's put in backwards. So where it says rent to reopen, it just says reopen where you go in first for their metal detectors. And then when you go back, it says, like, basically you can't ever rent yeah. So I guess Katie's like, fuck it, next year we just but like I just thought that was the most troll and meme reason that ops were struggling for Haunt and Winterfest.
Yeah, it's so
because a man punched it in the summer, and then the computer was put in the wrong way.
Bruh. That is like so.
Oh, jeez. Just funny stuff. I'm just happy it will be fixed, confirmed for 2023. So, yay. Yeah. So, yeah, I guess briefly, I went, it was a nice finish off, the winter, or it's not still going to be winter, but the Christmas season. And I was talking to a lot of the operators and just, getting my last rides, and it was a nice day. It was like 60 to 59 degrees the whole night. So, and the line and operators that night were not bad, honestly. It could have been worse. It really could have been worse until they just randomly stopped me at Metals for 10 minutes. But I got 8 rides. So,
ooh.
Yeah, I was actually able to get a good decent amount.
I was only there from like 7 to 10 last night, but
okay.
I did get 4, so that was nice.
Okay. Yeah, that's not bad.
And Grain and Grill actually had a small menu last night. They only had chicken and shrimp. So I was a little bit upset I couldn't get the pork.
What were they doing? Okay. Well,
I don't know. I was like, this is like the first time I've ever seen Grain and Grill not on.
The reason why I'm asking what are they doing is like, literally. Hold on, I'm packing real quick, so I'm kind of yelling. Okay.
That pork is like amazing. Like, I needed some of that pork last
Whenever you're walking to Grain and Grill.
Are you really? I might actually have to do the same because I was about to crack this Blue Moon for the top 25 as well. Yeah,
I'm gonna hit, and then I'll be good. I honestly I'm honestly gonna have another one probably just because it's the 2022 review. We're having a good time, so I'm gonna have to. We're gonna be buzzy on this cast.
We'll grab another rip and have the Blue Moon.
But, wait, are you leaving yet?
What?
Are you leaving? Like to get that?
I'm still here. Okay. I was gonna like take a bong rip, not.
Okay. So,
yeah.
What was I talking
about? Grain and Grill.
Yeah, like you walk in a Grain and Grill, and 50% of what people say is the pork. Like,
yeah.
What are they doing?
Amazing, and it is amazing.
The only issue I have, and it would be remedied if they just gave toothpicks, is that it really does get in my teeth. Yeah. But like, it's so good, bro. It's so good, and they give you so much. If you get the pork and the mac and cheese, you are set. You are set.
Just like take a couple rips before you go in the park and get your Grain and Grill on the way to Twisted Timbers, and you're good.
I'm not gonna lie, it is a very convenient thing as someone that is at least only an hour and change of the park, because I can literally plan when it's a full day, like during summer. All right, I go to the park, get a meal, at the beginning of the day, around like 12. Get another meal around like 6, right before park close, and go home. It's like,
perfect.
And like, and I wouldn't have done that before if it was the food from like 2019, 2020. Now I'm like,
saying they're on the come up, man.
Like,
Seafood fair chain in general.
Like, I have no issue giving them that now because I'm like, this is damn good food. Like, I am genuinely satisfied. Like, I feel good after. Like, you know, when you just have a good ass meal, you're just like, damn. I feel I feel nourished.
Did they have 2 trains for you as well the other night?
Yes, they did.
Okay. Yeah, I was definitely waiting for Green Train. So
yeah, I literally was. I probably could have got 10 rides if I would wait like 8 trains for Green Train sometimes. It was bad. But yeah, like they were. Okay, I will say I got a few Blue Train rides. I was kind of shocked with them.
Shocked? How so?
They were not green, but they were definitely very fucking good.
That's fair.
Yeah, I was like it was the best Blue Train rides I've ever had. And if you guys aren't hip to Twisted, like, this is literally people say, oh, you know, whatever train, you know, certain train is faster, you'll get this train 3. This is the only like legit confirmed ride that I know of. That Green Train is legit, like almost like choosing a side on like Dragon Slayer, like the mild side and the wild side.
Yeah.
Like, in my opinion, Twisted moves up 10 to 15 spots just because of Green Train.
Yeah.
So, if you haven't done or tried to see the difference, and you go to KD soon or over the summer, definitely try to get a Green Train. Because I know some people, like I was talking to some, there were actually quite a few newer enthusiasts at the park when I went, and I was telling them that tidbit, and they just try it out. I'm telling you, Green Train, and low key, the the high roller train, baby. Let's go.
Yes, I was literally calling it the weed train last night.
It's literally the weed train.
That is the high rollers train.
I guess. How was who did you even go with Winterfest? What was all?
Oh, yes.
How was yours?
Coaster Talk podcast community.
Nice. So
James and Timmy, and we had Daniel, DP Coaster Picks. Then we had good friends. We had Alex there, Colin there. We had my sister was there, and Jalen was there.
Nice.
So, yeah, it was we were mobbing, man. We saw Airtime Mike as well.
Hey. Yeah, he was
out there mobbing.
Yeah, he was at Pantheon just earlier that day too. That's funny.
Yeah. No, it was a great time.
It was a good riding day in Virginia.
Absolutely.
Yeah, how were the rides though?
Oh no, we just did 4 on Green Train.
Yeah,
they were hauling.
I'm just. Sometimes I feel like certain RMCs are resilient to the cold.
Yeah.
Like, even when we rolled Steve and it was colder, it was like.
Oh my gosh.
Fuck.
So good.
Like, not saying it was cold when we went this weekend, but like, even it wasn't the summer rides, and it was almost the summer rides. Like, it was almost like you can't tell a difference sometimes when you're mid-lock.
I mean, it's just to a point where, I mean, of course, like, summer, hot day, end of the night is Green Train back row as best you can get, but lately it all hits.
It's
very good.
One of the most consistent rides I've been on.
Yeah. Unless you're riding Middle Row Blue Train, first train of the day, you're good.
No, so I think what I'm gonna do, one of the first rides I get back to Twisted is gonna Middle Row Blue Train, and I'm gonna staple the fuck out of myself. Just to be a masochist. No fun allowed.
I don't know about that one.
Yo, I've actually done that. We were on like lap. It was like one of the summers this year. We were on lap like 25. Oh, yeah. We was like, let's just see.
I'll staple myself as a joke, but like on Green Train in the back row, you know.
I mean, it's still kind of.
Although then it does hurt. A little more. You're getting thrown so much.
But yeah, you guys are mobbing at Winterfest. That was good, man. Yeah,
man. That was the move.
Yeah. Yeah, so basically, we finished up all of that. We were at New Year's. We were with Coaster Talk there. Put some more weight on the bar, bro. That's all I gotta say. Put some more weight on the bar.
Oh man,
silly.
Yeah, that's that was a great night. We need more like that to come. Definitely.
And KD and Busch Gardens are mad close. So
we'll get something cooking.
Hey, we still gotta. I gotta get my my quick queue for that.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think they're gonna do any more theming for it? Because they haven't done any more.
Maybe if we keep making fun of them or something. Doesn't it kind of work like that? You make fun of somebody enough, they'll finally,
No, I think it's because we're throwing them too much money and they don't see it behind all the. Oh man, God, just please add some theming to that. Because like inside, if it's just a black room. Oh man.
I hope they do a little bit better on
Cause like it's been up since like August or September, like just sitting in there. So
yeah,
I remember hearing someone getting like a backstage like voucher or something. I forgot the reason why they got it, but I think I heard this on Coaster Talk actually. But when that person saw and went back there, it looked exactly the same as like when the first media event happened for it. It was just the black track, a warehouse.
Yeah.
And that was like December. Maybe November. But like, I don't know. I just hope if there's cool thematic elements, that ride could be legit kind of cool. It could be kind of cool.
It's not going to be anything like, Cosmic Rewind or something.
Oh, no, not even close. But it would be nice. A nice little sleeper surprise. Like, hey, I'll do this every now and then when it's a dead day. Why not? Get really zooted or something.
Yeah.
Honestly, we gotta talk about the next one of the other discussions for the other cast. But now we're in here. I think this next time it's gonna be a bit anyway. Yeah. As we're going to go into the 2022 in review. We're now. Let me see. Exactly. We're going over the biggest winners and losers. The favorite moments. And then going over top 25 coasters and then our top 5 parks. And we're back from the break. Very, very frosty.
Yes. And cracking a blue moon. So. Top 25.
Fuck it, I'm having a blue moon with you. Fuck it.
Really? You having one?
It's year review. 2022.
Annual review, bro. Actually, not top 25. Not yet.
Top 25. Winners and losers.
Winners and losers first. Then top 25.
Rouse this bitch.
So look, that means we need to talk about, if we're looking at winners and losers, we got to talk about what new credits we got this year, and then what new for 2022 credits we got this year.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Because I have winners and losers in specifics of I've rewrote things. I got new opinions.
That too. Yeah.
Things have changed. Things have moved up and down. Some drastically. So yeah. Hell, there's a lot. It's new 2022. I didn't travel as much as you. You got the Traveler Award this year for sure. But for the first year coming back, I'd say I hit some pretty big spots. Basically all the big spots that are close.
I did 94 credits this year.
Damn. Almost 100.
Terrible. Almost.
Not terrible. I think you should keep around that pace, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Or
agree.
go a little lower because, like,
yeah,
it keeps the novelty of everything.
yeah. I can't be doing like Sloan where he gets like 500 in a year or something.
Yeah, I just... You see, when you get that much,
That is insane.
maybe it just glosses over so fast that you have to experience it all again anyway. You know, like
That
this...
is some insane pace. 99 pace.
Yeah, like... That is more than I have on Twisted, you know, like...
Yeah, literally.
That's... Just imagine that, writing that many... Wow. Anyways, where do we even start off with this? Where do we start off?
I guess, what about our new for 2022 rides?
So
like, Beely,
I guess, yeah, we'll start off the year. So, Timbili...
Pantheon.
We officially come to the conclusion that it is mid.
Yes.
Okay. I wish we had a confetti, like, yay! Like, confetti flies up.
I used to say it was number 3 in Virginia, but
what the fuck? Are you serious?
Yes. There was a point in time. This was like April or something that I said it was number 3 in Virginia.
Bro.
We don't need to talk about that anymore, though.
So, I'm trying to think. You were so...
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
So, what was it about those rides?
I don't know.
Those were the first rides, had to be.
And that was my first SNS free spin, too. That was also... So it was my first ever free spin, and I still consider it to be the best free spin.
Yeah.
But I just got some, like, really intense spinning rides, and I guess I hadn't experienced anything like it before, so I was like, holy shit, that's better than Pantheon. For some reason.
That's silly.
Yeah.
I love it, though. I mean, Skyrush being beneath it was enough to just...
I did say that, too. That has since changed.
Oh, man.
That has since changed.
So, yeah, Tamili is mid. I'm not a free spin fan, but there are people out there that love it. Hell, I heard an opinion the other night that I was like, damn, I cannot believe someone would have it that high. Ridiculous. Yeah. I think it was like top 3, so somewhere around there.
Yeah.
So after that, Pantheon.
I considered it a loser in March, but in August I consider it a winner.
Yeah, I agree. My summer rides were... It was the rides I still wish there were more verticals, but it does basically everything. You know, it does a lot. And sure, if it had 1,000 more feet, it probably would be super elite. It had theming, it probably would be super elite.
Good, not elite.
But
winner.
It's not wild enough for me to just really love it. Now, I will marathon the fuck out of it if I have the chance. And I'll love it. Fucking, the ejector is some of the best ejector with that launch. And sitting in the front, actually quality. Just everything is quality. Front and row too. So yeah, I would say if whatever they add after Dark Coaster, which is apparently something big behind where is Drakkenspire was gonna be, where Drakkenfire was. If it's the biggest, tallest RMC hybrid.
Oh man.
If that complements that, it's more of a winner.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, okay, I'm done with that. I'm gonna go ride some Pantheon. Okay, I'm done with that. Gonna go ride some RMC.
Oh my god.
I'll be back at BG Dub. Actually, I'm not that easy to swoon. Okay.
I am.
Listen.
I definitely.
I have morals. All right. If the park is still run like ass, for what the standards were.
Nope.
Okay. All I'm gotta say is, if we expect they already having 5-minute ops at Gwazi. I waited in that... Gwazi must have the longest station wait, essentially. Like, you are... It's the biggest, like, oh, we're in the station. This is fine. Why is it taking 45 minutes to an hour? Alright, this is a tangent. But, yeah. All I gotta say is, you think C's ops gonna run that RMC well?
Yes. Bush is not that bad compared to other Seas parks, in my opinion. I mean, I think they're pretty average. Seas chain apps just all aren't the best, but
they're average. Average.
It's just average, so I'm never really too upset about it.
All right, so Pantheon, I think the next thing I got after that for 2022.
Mine was Gwazi. And then Icebreaker.
And then was that it? Because that was all that
I think that may be all that. Let me see. Jolly Rancher remix, I guess.
Man, I went just like a week or two before
that. Oh, before?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I did get that. And I also got Dr. Diabolicals and Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. So, I guess we'll go over ones that you've gotten that I haven't. So.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well,
these will go in order again.
Okay, so for Jolly Rancher Remix, I got that. For some reason, I guess I'd say it's a winner because it's doing something good for the park where they're retheming and branding more towards candy, and I thought it was very cool.
Hey, more GP to a boomerang.
Yeah.
Where it takes longer for them to get out.
I thought it was really nice.
I mean, actually. How did you like the restraints and shit?
Like, they're good. For some reason, I found it to actually be a fun ride. Genuinely.
All right, yeah.
I enjoyed a boomerang.
Did you like the Jolly Rancher farts in your face?
Yeah, the tunnel fog was cool. So I'd say it's a win for the park, definitely.
Wait, does it actually smell sweet in there, or am I tripping?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no,
I was like, did I just make that up? They put scent in there? Okay. So.
Yeah. And then Diabolicals.
Yeah.
Or did I skip one? I think Diabolicals. That was awesome. They had the animatronics. They had a great storyline.
It has to be a winner, right?
Sound effects, Jeffrey Siebert stand. So,
and it's good fit for everyone. Legit. For not too big, even though it's still it's 95 degrees, right?
Yeah.
Can you feel that?
I'd say yeah. You know how you can say you feel the extra degree on Gwazi compared to Steel Vengeance?
Okay. I don't think I feel that, but I just think it lasts a bit longer, but I don't know. I think it's because it slows itself down at the top, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why. But yeah, it's a full package ride, and it's for thrill seekers to families to capacity,
Absolutely.
Such a phenomenal pick, and went all out with making it a full package.
And they run 3 trains even if it's a walk on.
Sheesh. I don't even think they need to do that.
But they still do. It is a constant station wait. What's up?
Congratulations, Siebert. You're just stand up man. Stand up man.
Cheers to that. Cheers to that.
Yes.
Cheers to that.
So, this is one where you can... Wait, what else did you... You got Cosmic.
Yeah, Cosmic Rewind. Which was... fantastic. Was that
potentially your biggest surprise of the year?
Honestly, no, not. I don't think so. But close.
Okay. I'm actually
biggest surprise of the year might be Thunderbolt.
Spoiler alert.
No,
honest to God, I was gonna say Thunderbolt was phenomenal. It's phenomenal.
Because I'd say, I'd say probably Thunderbolt was biggest surprise of the year. Because I guess with other stuff that I wrote that's really good, Velocicoaster or whatever.
Wait, did you only get that this year?
Yeah, but my point is that I was already expecting it to be good, so it's not the biggest surprise of the year. I think Thunderbolt would have to be biggest surprise of the year.
That's exactly what I was with Gwazi, Pantheon,
I had no clue.
all that stuff.
All the other stuff I already knew.
No one talks about it. No one talks
I
about it.
had no clue, and it's amazing. And we'll get to that.
I'm telling you, this year, it will be known because of my account.
Yeah.
It will be known. There will be bots made for Thunderbolt accounts talking about Thunderbolt, messaging saying, "Hey, have you heard about Thunderbolt at Kennywood?"
Yeah.
Thunderbolt is such a good ride. It's so much fun. Like, and the fact that you can just marathon it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Great ops. Another good thing about Kennywood. Great ops.
That might be one of the. We got to go back, man. That's one of the first. It's one of the first. Just driving on up.
Yeah.
Right back. Oh, I got you discounts because of my pass. So
sweet.
Be free. It's already cheap to get. I can't wait. So, what else? Is that everything else you have over me, or?
Yeah. Rewind. So then we got Gwazi and Icebreaker.
So I would say.
Let's talk about Icebreaker.
Yeah, because let me just start off with
out of order.
2022 is generally a good year for coaches because I'd say this is the only loser.
Yes.
This ride doesn't make sense to me. The restraints suck.
It was an L for the park.
It literally looks like an L.
Yeah.
From the spike where you look at it over the water, it literally looks like an L.
Like, bro, this was just a bad move for the park.
Oh man. Like, you have longer lines for other rides. Just not a fan, then people aren't a fan, and kids can't ride it. So, like, there's one good moment for me in it.
Yeah.
That's all I can really think of. But I would say the biggest winner of the year is Iron Gwazi. Iron Gwazi. Would you agree?
I mean, like in terms of new for 2022.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Because winner, chicken dinner. You got it. Busch Gardens, Tampa. Because
it was operated by good ops.
Legit, that is the only flaw I can think of the ride.
That's my only gripe with it as
like, well. I don't get stapled. You know,
that is literally my only gripe with the ride is like the ops are so damn slow.
Yes.
But it's literally because it's literally boils down to the fact that the siege chain does not pay their employees well enough.
Yeah.
So they do not care.
Yeah, like I get it. Like I 100% get it. So it's unfortunate that is the one thing. It has nothing to do with any layout, any comfort, anything.
Nah.
The ride itself is like I said, I can't think of enough words. Adjectives.
I'm definitely glad I got to experience it again in October, even though I only got like 2 rides. It was so good.
Really wish you got a Train 3 ride, bro. Train 3 would have changed your life.
Yeah. Gonna go back soon.
How's your back been, by the way?
Honestly, it was alright for the Twisted rides, so...
I was actually wondering, because Twisted was the ride where you were not liking what you were
really like. But yeah, no. I was even like leaning, so...
Alright, yeah, leaning. We're back in it.
Yeah. So, I think we're good. Must have just needed to rest.
I mean, hell, you be going to the gym, playing soccer, doing 16-mile-a-day trips.
Yeah.
You know, everyone needs to rest. So, and even taking it lighter, you know, We went to Florida, but even then, you didn't even go on Gwazi. You weren't leaning into stuff. We couldn't really marathon in Universal.
Yeah.
Which I looked at the times today just to see. I was curious. The parks are packed everywhere today.
Yeah, dude. Like the past week, I was hearing that Hagrid's was a 4-hour wait every single day.
Insane.
Yeah, man.
Florida
parks.
So, Florida parks. Speaking of Hagrid's, that's one of the new rides I got this year.
Yes.
You're going all over the place now, but just because this is gonna be a bit because this 2022 was what a fucking year, man. Like
my biggest year.
Like it was I came back with 46 new credits after not even touching the hobby since 2015. It was cool, man. You know, making trips again. Meeting and talking to other enthusiasts, you know, and even just meeting just fellow homies. Just in general, not even talking about coasters. Like, it's been awesome, man. Like, it's been making me super excited for whatever comes in the following industry, like, industry-wise, you know, whatever moments. Cause we even talk about the moments here, bro. But Hagrid's, for me, is a big winner. And I think it does so many things well. I think my only gripe, if I were to have a gripe, is I wish I could look at some of the technological marvels more, like these animatronics that are there that just they're great when they're sitting, like when I'm able to look at the behind the scenes, but I want to see more when I'm on the ride. That's my only. It's a nitpick, but for what it does, it makes sense why it's for. That's what Icebreaker. I'm not even comparing Icebreaker. I'm just saying like it's actual family coaster. You know what I'm saying? Families that watch Harry Potter and families that even don't watch it, and even if you're a thrill seeker, you're getting drop tracks, you're getting the spike. Like it's a good ride. It's a great ride. Yeah. And technologically, the fact that they even get it running to where it is now, to where I don't even think it went down that much when we were there, but I know it probably did, at least once or twice. Velocicoaster was kind of moody, but the fact that they even are able to operate the way that it does, just bravo. Like, just seeing Universal is like, it's almost like seeing Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory. It's like, for operation for like coaster nerds. You're just in awe at just how like, oh wow.
The constant
good ops are possible.
It's truly a marvel. There are 3 rides there. Hulk, Hagrid's, and Velocicoaster. The operations are literally incredible.
At least for me as a nerd, as a nerd of the industry, this is just bravo.
It's like art, poetry in motion, you know. It's incredible.
I also got same park Velocicoaster.
Yeah.
Oh man, I cannot wait to go back.
Look, my only regret is this. So when I went to the resort in January, it was the first time I'd gone since I hadn't been since 2015, and like I didn't realize, but Velocicoaster in January was like a 25-minute wait the whole time we were there, and I didn't realize to marathon it because I was like trying to enjoy the rest of the park as well. That's like my biggest regret, bruh.
Yeah, because now that we have passes, we have to just scout. All right, when is it? When are the low queue times? You know, when is it generally? Maybe ask around. Ask the Florida resident. I mean, you said it's random as hell. I mean, it's a big park. It's a resort. It's people travel from all over the world.
I kind of just expect it to be like Hagrid's is somewhere from 75 to 90, and then Veloci's like
60, 45
or something. Yeah. Maybe it'll be a little less if you're lucky. That's kind of just what I expect now. And then Hulk, you can always just walk on the single rider line. So.
Hulk is, talking about rides that I've re-rode. Yeah. I'm glad Hulk still slaps.
Oh, it's so good.
Hulk, man, I become a Hulk. Become a Hulk. I'm so with it, man. It's just
night rides on Hulk are fantastic,
bro. Just the light package. Even it's so beautiful to look at. Like when you're in the Velocicoaster, like walking to the bridge, just looking at it. I adore that ride. Like I like the people that are like, oh, why do you have it so high? Blah 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 blah. Just in general, and like, why do you like so much? Just to be in him sit down. I get it. It's like the Danny DeVito meme where it slowly goes up to his face. He's like, I get it. I do. I really get it. It's just everything about it. I even love the campiness. Just become a Hulk.
Yeah.
What else did we? So, what else did I ride again this year? I guess Cedar Point.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh. Freaking
Brother.
rewriting Magnum.
Oh my god.
Let's just say we're Magnum stands here. If you're not in the Magnum gang, then I'm sorry to tell you, you're weak. You're weak.
Yep. Oh my god, I miss it.
Magnum is so good. It moved up so many spots. 94 to be exact. 94, 96. Yeah, 94.
You're spoiling.
They would have to go into my mind and know my top 100 from what? From before this year? Yeah. Good luck.
Big teaser.
Good luck, Professor X. Watching.
Big teaser.
But yeah, it is. Yeah, actually, it's a pretty good teaser. I definitely dipped the foot in there, huh? Like, definitely teasing the waters. But Magnum is so good. Just across the park, Maverick. I am so happy. I still fucking love that ride. Oh, I love Magnum. I didn't even get a day ride because it was kind of it broke down during the day, and they were like, hell, go to Steve, go to Magnum.
Oh man, we gotta go to Steve or Magnum or Maverick. Dang.
But Steve, I also rode that the first time this year, and
that's just like such a meme, bro. It's like Magnum breaks down. It's like, dang man, I have to go to Steve now. I'm really going to something that's like so good.
Oh wow. Oh, Steve broke down. Well, cause you got to go to Maverick. Oh man, this sucks so bad. Laterals and stingle dive and.
Millie was a loser for this year, bro.
Oh, yes. Okay, biggest loser for me.
Yeah, because that used to be like in my top 15.
That was such a monorail. Like,
literally.
This isn't. I'm not saying this to be a contrarian or anything. I'm like literally like I don't get the hype. Night ride and all. Like we had. It was just speed.
Look, let me tell you. I have more fun on the tram bus at the MCO airport than I do on Millie.
Hey, you get lats.
Yep.
You randomly get lats when they break and they don't tell you.
Yep, exactly.
But Millie, overbank, first drop. Basically a slide. No airtime really for me. Nothing. I wasn't stable. No. Overbank. There was a point basically on the ride we were looking at each other. I do know that. We were just like...
Yep. It was like derp. It's like the derp meme face, bro. I was like, bruh. Straight face gang, bruh.
Yeah, and then the operator, I felt bad. He's a great op, very charismatic, But he's like, hey, what are you doing? You could have got a reride. And we're like, nope, I'm going to go back to Steve. Sorry, guy.
Yeah.
Just even your charisma couldn't pull me back in there.
Yeah, that was bad. Definitely biggest loser of the year.
Oh, Blue Shriek. We should have got more rides on that.
Yeah.
It was walk on.
I could tell it was decent,
I see people that have it pretty high, honestly. Like some people, it's not popular, but
yeah,
I can probably get it. We got a ride, pretty good. Actually, like decent airtime. Lats, snappy, 4 lats for the time. Valraven, I got that.
I knew it was mid, so I wasn't really.
You said the Rapture ride we got was not great, but I thought it was still good.
It did not live up to rides that I've had in the past.
Interesting.
It did not feel as intense, snappy, anything like that. It felt a lot weaker than what I've felt before from it.
I remember the Helix the most at the end.
Yeah.
That still hold.
I feel like I remember like the Batwing wasn't like super snappy or something. It just didn't feel as intense as other times I've ridden it.
So, Gatekeeper and we already went over Maverick.
Did we? I don't think we
They were saying, "Oh, Maverick goes down." I was like saying, "I'm glad Maverick still lives up."
No, because no Mavericks. Yeah.
But the B&Ms that aren't Valraven
is great.
Gatekeeper is great, and Rougarou might be one of the best floorless.
That is the best floorless. For me, that is the best.
I have to think about it, but it might be. I need to look at my rankings, but it might be.
I've got it, and then I've got Krypton Coaster second, and shoot, Medusa third, Kraken fourth.
Yeah, that's my highest B&M floorless.
It was really good, bro.
Oh, you know what? Small winner for me. Going back to Florida a bit. White Lightning.
I got that this year too. I consider it to be quite mid. It's about as good as Roar, Six Flags America.
Some people don't think that's that bad. Like you.
It's just like a low tier Woody for me. I don't know.
Low tier?
Yeah, it's pretty.
But your low tier is at the middle to upper mid, or sometimes your top
like
10,
or it's like a below average Woody for me. It's just not good. I don't find it good.
How does it not do anything? You rode what? How many times did you ride?
Let me check.
Because I got 7 rides. Front, back, left, right.
I have 3, and it was 1 front and 2 back.
Dude, I think the front's the best.
I just found it to be quite underwhelming, to where, like, literally it was underwhelming to the point where I just didn't really want to ride it again. I'm so serious. Like,
yeah.
That's just, I don't know. I'd have to go back and try it again. That's all I could say. I'll see if I can do that in February. Just so I can, like, actually say, hey, it actually was, like, Deeth, you know?
I mean, even your mid, we discussed this, is literally where it's, like, close to the same ranking. In terms of, like, scaling of how your count to my count.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see.
Mid equals bad.
Yeah, pretty much. If it's mid, I just don't want to ride it again. That's like how I feel about kind of like everything at SeaWorld Orlando, for example.
Nah, you need to go there now that you're 21, which his birthday passed. Happy birthday to RC.
Appreciate it. 21.
Now that you can go there to get drinks there, you'll understand SeaWorld. Because that, I'll just say, as a park, is a winner for me.
I don't know.
Because going there, walking on, having drinks, seeing animals, I'm with it.
Oh, dude. I think
I'm with it.
let me talk about a moment real quick. So, it was a very hot summer day. Smoked a joint, went to SeaWorld Orlando, and I got lost at first, right? And then found my way to the penguin exhibit, and I was like just in there vibing. That was unique.
I'm telling you, like you see, you kind of got that. You see, you got that, right? And then you go, you know what? Now I guess I'll ride Mako.
I was literally just standing in there for like 30 minutes.
I'm telling you, like you just vibe at SeaWorld. You don't like, all right, it's not like King's Dominion or Carowinds. All right, we're gonna hit Fury, 10 times. All right, let's go to Copperhead and Afterburn, and all right, Fury again. You vibe. You have You have a dispo. You have a drink.
That is.
You look at some animals. Then decide to ride Manta.
But like, I guess I'll say it this way. So it's like a slow park, but you do that like once, and then the other times you go, you kind of just go, and you're like, I don't want to waste a day being slow here. I've done that already. You know?
Yeah. I guess it's because I'm not from there, so it's like, whenever I will go to SeaWorld, that's what I'm doing. Because I know there's a few exhibits I haven't done. There's a few things I missed, which unfortunately I missed the freaking kangaroos. Because it was the whole situation with Cheetah Hunt that we covered that. We completely forgot about it at that point. I was literally driving out and I was like, damn, no kangaroos. We honestly should have went to the kangaroos after that point. That would have been definitely some relaxation. Some stress relief. That's one thing I'll say as a loser is Busch Gardens Tampa's operations.
Damn straight.
Not great all across. People say Gwazi specifically, but I think it's accentuated because it's an RMC. But no. Like from ride to ride, it was consistently just not great. Just slow. I think Kraken was the best, but it's kind of hard to have slow operations with a B&M floorless.
Yeah.
You gotta try to be slow with a B&M floorless to have slow operations.
Bro.
Wait, so bad. I'm not saying Kraken. Excuse me. Fucking. What was it? Montu. No, Kumba. Kumba was Kumba. Sorry, Kumba. Sorry.
Yeah, I was like, wait a sec.
Kumba. Sorry, we're a little fried.
Yeah, big time.
But yeah, Kumba it's hard to mess up, for my opinion, with a 4-row seater like that. But even Montu, we're sitting there for 3 minutes consistently. Single trains everywhere, even though it was a pretty busy day. Like, they were doing 2 on Gwazi, but we're waiting 5 minutes every single cycle. That is a loser. One of the biggest losers. I don't know if it is the biggest loser. I think it's still Millennium Force. In terms of rides. But in terms of parks, probably Busch Gardens Tampa's operations. Because then randomly cutting off midways, too. Without letting anyone know. And for no parade or anything. Just cutting them off. Like. Not good. Anyways.
Ooh, I have to say another winner. Parks Six Flags Fiesta Texas for me.
From just hearing everything that SeaBird has done, you can just look at it and be like, yeah, that's a winner. Winner, chicken dinner. You got it. Like one of the biggest winners. Probably the biggest winner.
I'm not sure. I don't think that'd be the biggest winner. I guess new parks. Yeah, no. Kennywood is the new park biggest winner.
Yes.
And then revisiting would be like the Universal Studios Resort.
Really?
Absolutely.
You think that is a winner?
Oh, I'm saying the resort.
Okay.
So like I'm saying like Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios.
Because revisiting Studios,
I don't really.
I think it's a loser.
I do too.
I think
it has some good things. It has charm. I love Halloween Horror Nights, but yeah, I mean it is what it is. It's kind of just mid, and mid is bad.
No, I think it's literally just average, and that's it. Like, the rides are almost copy and paste around the park, like the systems. They're dated. Well, excuse me. A lot of things just feel dated. You know, like the whole Simpsons area just.
Here's the thing. It's fun.
Springfield.
It's Studios is fun, but I'll be at Islands. You know.
Exactly. Yeah. Right.
That's how it is. Studios is fun, but I'll be over at Islands of Adventure.
But the thing is,
like 9 out of 10 times, maybe even like say if I lived there I would go to Islands 30 days out of the month, 30 days out of 31 probably over Studios.
the thing is, you look at the queue times. Everyone's at Islands anyway.
Well, no, because Studios gets busy. It does.
It gets busy in the morning, but after that,
it
it's
will get busy. But
like they literally have the best rides at Islands. The best dark ride is at Islands. Spider-Man. Like
Forbidden Journey.
I haven't been on it yet, so.
And the 3 best coasters.
But yes, the 3 best coasters, yes. And then you have the worst one of the worst coasters, in my opinion, in general, in the other park. But Mummy's good. Mummy's a winner. Yeah. Mummy's a big winner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be in Studios for Mummy in the morning before it gets busy, and then I'll go to Islands.
Yeah.
Or
do what you gotta do is you gotta smoke a couple joints and then go to the Starbucks in Studios.
Oh,
and then go to Mummy.
I actually need to go figure out what I want or like in coffee specifically, because I do occasionally like a coffee, but I literally never know. I just know I like a creamy vanilla. Yeah, like I don't know if it's cappuccino or a latte. I don't know if I want any of that shit. You know.
I could put you on, but coffee and weed.
No, coffee and caffeine in general. Yeah, like.
Yeah.
Weed and beer. Weed and weed.
Back to back.
High rollers. We like weed. So, there's actually some winners that I missed back in April or March, whenever Stumble 325 was.
Ooh.
But Fury. Winner. No, it's one of the first parks I want to go to back in when I'm getting back into it. March.
I want to wait for summer to get warmer rides. Personally,
I think it's gonna be warm soon. I have a feeling.
I think I'm gonna do a summer one for that. And hopefully, I'll have a new car so I can drive it.
I mean, I'm gonna get a platinum, so I'm gonna try to go a lot more times anyway. Cedar Point. Essentially go to a new Cedar Fair park.
Ooh. West Coast.
I see. The thing is, since we can't do the West Coast trip that everyone's doing in February, I want to make like a redemption West Coast trip.
Yes. My guy.
Like
yes.
that just sounds like the move, you know. Like
it is indeed the move.
Because,
bruh, by the beach.
Exactly. Oh, don't even, bro. And we can probably go by the pier and get creds there.
Yep.
Like really, just iconic creds.
Yes, absolutely. That is absolutely what's happening.
Yes, sir. 2023. Let's go. This cast is gonna be long. Haven't even gotten to the top 25 yet. Okay, so there's a few more because Copperhead.
I still got some too.
Because Copperhead, in my opinion, is a winner. I generally like hang time, and each ride I got, because I literally went from the front, and then I went to middle, which was but the back was the best row for me, and great. Really liked it. I can see why people could say it's Sleepyhead Strike. But I'm with it. I get it.
Team Sleepyhead Strike.
Really?
It's average. And average is bad.
I need to know where it is in your rankings, because I know it's not in your top 25 then.
Definitely not.
Or where is it?
I'd say potentially high 30s, 40s.
I just like it more than you.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. Because mine's in the top 25.
Yeah.
Afterburn is also... Afterburn I'm on too. Like, I just think B&M inverts... Specifically 90s B&Ms are just winners. They're just so fucking good, dude. And then B&M just... They just went mild. They just started using mild sauce, dude, on everything.
Afterburn's my number one.
They got rid of Diablo and just went with the mild and everything. Just no sauce.
Why are you dude? You're making me want Taco Bell right now.
Because I got to make the analogy. Like, they're just not doing anything different with their rides now. It's just, and at least when they were like, even though like those rides are similar in layouts to the rides they have now, you get some dummy like positives. Sometimes just see graying out moments. Just crazy whip on some of these like inversions on these 90, like it's just not the same. And unless you're a hyper fan, which we're the hot take, not the biggest hyper fans. Like B&M to us is boring and mild.
Spoiler alerts. Actually, I'm not going to spoil it.
I mean, we're going to have to drip feed at some point. We have been dripping the whole episode, but just because we're getting close to it. So it'll make people think, in case they know us or they'll summarize some place we've been to, we're going over the winners and losers. They're going to guess, right? At least I'm assuming they're insinuating. They're making some assumptions here.
Let me just say, there will not be any B&M hypers in my top 25.
Well, I plead the fifth again. So just what are any more winners, losers?
I'd have to go with El Toro.
I'm so happy you got it right this year, though.
What an absolute winner. There was one day that Colin and I got 56 rides. So
damn,
I am an absolute fan of that. All I'm saying. I
hope 2023. Maybe we don't get to write it, but I hope that like it's confirmed. It's staying. We will get to write it again. And because I need to experience it again, man. It's been way too damn long. And hearing, even when your rides, you had it. Which it's crazy to hear how rough it did get from your rides to, like, apparently when the accidents happened. But it's like I have FOMO. Like, I need to write it. I need it. I need it again. It was in my top 3 for the longest time. I just keep pushing it back because I don't think it's fair. The memory's fading. I'm getting new experiences. I need that reride. Soon. Yeah. Hopefully sooner than later. Any more losers or winners for you, though?
I could go over a lot of them, but then a lot of them are going to be in the top 25.
So, yeah, we'll talk about that in the top 25 then.
Let me see if there's think of any losers though.
I guess the last winners I can think of, going off of Kennywood in general, is just the top 2 there, or top 3 there, in general, being Phantoms, Thunderbolt, and Steel Curtain. Just What a package, man. Just Phantom's Revenge, man. Phantom's Revenge. Like, I cannot wait to find a day that it is dead and be the only person on that ride. Like, just marathoning it. Making it my ride for the day.
Dorney Park was a loser.
Oh, yeah.
I don't really even need to elaborate on that, I don't think.
Yeah, it's, has Steel Force.
They don't really have anything. Yeah, well, and Steel Force is pretty, like, almost average, so...
It's not Magnum, I guess.
I like it because it has a little bit of jank and a good helix, but at the end of the day, it's not that. It's not good enough for me to drive, like, 4 hours, that's for sure.
Is it close to any other parks? It's close to Hershey, right?
Well, it's not that much out of the way, but I just wouldn't go back until they open a new coaster.
Very understandable.
Yeah.
So, I think that's all of our winners and losers. Because the rest of them will be spoilers otherwise. If you made it this far, then you're finally rewarded with our top 25 coasters in 5 parks. Do you want to do the parks first? Because that might be faster, obviously.
Yes. Let's do parks first.
Okay. So, number 5 for me. Ooh. Where do you want to start?
Let me think for a sec. Need to look at something real quick. Do you want to start at 5?
Yeah, because I think this year I went. Because I have just under 20. And I went to 7 or 8 this year?
I have 79 days. I went to too many for me to count on the spot, but probably like 20.
Damn.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm going to start and just say it's probably Hershey Park.
No way.
Yes.
That's even lower than Carowinds for me, bruh.
It's definitely Hershey Park. Because everything about it, from the sweet, like the theming of the sweets, the desserts, and I love the collection of rides there. You don't. So. That is my number 5.
So Hershey Park.
Yes.
Okay. At number 5, I have... Drumroll, please. We have Kennywood.
Okay. See, I think a lot of this is because you have more parks, but I do have... Good choice. That's all I'll say.
Yes. Yeah,
I actually don't know your top 5 at all, so...
Yeah.
It's the first time I'm hearing it.
What do you got at number 4?
Number 4, see, I almost think I kind of want to switch this, but number 4, I have King's Dominion.
Okay.
In the sense that it isn't how the park is ran. It isn't theming. It isn't anything. And there's even some coasters I would prefer to ride over the parks. It's literally my home. Like, I couldn't ask for a better home park. Like, they're even improving. Like,
if I'm thinking about how many parks I have and how many parks you have, we have it at about the same spot. It's my number 7.
Like, I just
number 7 or 8.
It's like all reliable. I couldn't ask for a better home park. You know, I just appreciate what is being done from coming back to the hobby, and I'm always excited to see what they're doing for more. Like, from the park president to like from the rides all the way to the food to like the experiences. I'm excited to see what they are doing. Like, I genuinely couldn't ask for a better home park. They're not the best at anything, but they're all reliable, man. They're consistent. Like, I couldn't ask for a better home park. Yeah, what's your number 4?
Number 4 for me is Cedar Point.
Okay. I have it super close.
Yeah, I mean, that ride collection, I personally love the atmosphere there.
I do too. Like, I get people that were, oh, it's just another amusement park. But I think it gets that, but like, at one of the best levels. Like, it really captures that. And every ride and every chain lift you're going up, you're getting the beach. You're seeing Lake Erie alongside you. It's great. 100%. I guess I'll segue into my number 3, and that'll be Cedar Point, because like you said, like, that ride collection, going and seeing the pier, and now hopefully when they're adding more experiences, I kind of want to try to do more of the Frontier Town stuff there, and just see, because people will be saying, like, you can have a good day.
The rides are just so good. I don't know if I'd ever want to do a slow day there. I'd always been only marathon.
Unless I spend like 4 days there. Yeah, I kind of get you.
It's just that good. The rides are that good. I want to just keep marathoning.
The rides there are really good. I'm not a fanboy. People are like, oh, you know, Cedar Point, it's the point. It's not the point, all right? I can see the opinions of others. I can see why. You know, maybe they would expect more. And for others that have had bad experiences, it's unfortunate. And because we didn't go during the summer. I don't know if you did, but in general, our experience,
this year.
Our experience on Hollow Weekends was great. You know, we couldn't really ask for a better time.
Yeah.
So, I'm excited to go back and see if I retort this. Like, oh, nope, only go there for the rides, nothing else, blah, blah, blah. But for now, great park. What's your number?
At number 3, I've got Kings Island.
Huh, and you didn't go this year, huh?
I did not go this year. I would have liked to go this year, but I did not get to go this year.
And it's still that high.
And I am very interested to see if, when I go back, it changes.
I mean, I still hear people say that park is phenomenal. So
yeah,
I get
based on my last visit, though, it still holds up at number 3.
To be honest, I could see the vibes that I get from like King's Dominion. I'll get that from Kings Island, but like even more. You know, like just
it's
that
different.
consistent.
I mean, they've got a different set of different ride collection, but like you have Beast, you have Mystic, you have Orion, you have Diamondback, then you have the supporting cast as well.
Well, I mean, like, just that King's vibe. I don't know if you get what I mean, but like,
no, I would mean the same good vibe at King's Domain.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just good vibes, good times.
Rivertown area is amazing, especially at night. Get the Beast Night ride.
Your number 2.
Your number 2? My number 2.
My number 2. I have Kennywood.
Fair.
Because the
charm is absolutely amazing.
What a gym. No, it's like literally like it's such a charming little place. And I wish it the best in whatever it does every little time I go there. The way they're advertising now too, I love it. It's their ride collection is so good. From the even good flats. Like
the thing about Kennywood, it's criminally underrated.
Oh,
because
yes.
Nobody talks about it as much as it should be talked about. It's an amazing park, amazing charm, great rides.
And we got even more rides to ride. Like, Like Kennywood is such a good time, and I cannot wait to go back even more next year or this year now. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right, what's your number 2?
We have Holiday World.
Mm-hmm. I was guessing because I'm gonna guess what your number 1 is.
Yeah. I think we probably have the same number 1.
Yeah. But what about Holiday World though? That makes it for you.
I mean, what an atmosphere. And it's not even just biased from the Hollywood Nights event, because I've went on regular days too, and it's amazing.
So like, what about the atmosphere is it exactly? Like, cause some people will say, "Oh, the atmosphere is bad," you know.
Family-owned park, like when you're looking at your Knoebels, your Kennywood, you get that family-owned park vibe. I feel like it's always easy to like tie it to like Knoebels, but there's other examples out there too.
Indiana Beach.
Yeah. But I mean, those family-owned parks have such a different vibe, and like everything is great there. The staff, the food, the free drink stations, the operations. Feels safe, feels clean. It's just really just amazing. And you have the 3 amazing wooden coasters.
And the B&M wing you don't talk about ever?
Yep. Overshadowed. Just seem to forget about it. I mean, really, it's just fantastic all around.
I cannot wait to hopefully make a visit this year. Because Midwest, at least one, is happening. Like, it's happening.
Gotta make it happen.
So, numero uno, 3, 2, 1, Islands of Adventure.
Damn straight.
Yeah, that park is one of a kind. Literally. I've never really experienced it the way that I have now with a different eye. I went back when, I was just going, even scared to get on anything, waiting in lines, just kind of like hoping to, like, the ride would break down so I didn't have to ride. And now that I was able to go there and the enthusiast that I am, seeing the ops, seeing the theming, seeing the characters, the experiences, seeing how things are, just how smooth and seamless the experience was. It felt like a vacation. Legit.
They do it so well. They do everything right.
Like, I do not feel bad getting an annual pass at all. I will be back.
I'm about to renew mine. Should I do it on cast?
Hell yeah, do it on cast. Fuck it. We're going back to... You're going to Orlando anyway. Were you only going for Disney?
No, I'm going back in February. Yeah, for like 3 days.
Yeah, so you're going to be going to Universal.
Yeah. I'm going to renew it.
Yeah, that park, everything about it, from the rides to the experience, like, that is literally one of the best parks in the world. Fantastic. And I hope Epic Universe, like, even tops it. It would not surprise me if it does. But we'll see. We'll see. I also hope Epic Universe doesn't take too much away from Islands and the other parks as well, because that project seems massive, man. The more we're seeing with it, like, it already seemed big, but we're seeing just, like, with the Starfall Racers and everything, like,
yeah.
Epic Universe is going to be, no pun intended, epic. Man. Top 25 coasters. I started with the parks. Let's have you start with the coasters here. So let's give down, like, descriptions here of how we rank, I think. I think that'll be a good precursor, and
okay,
it'll let people know exactly what kind of rides we like and prefer.
So my preferences would have to be ejector airtime, intensity, lateral forces. Those are probably my top three that I look for. And then like speed, length. Oh, and then another big one, duration, like how long the ride is. What about you?
Okay, so me, it is obviously intensity. Intensity may be the number one thing. If I'm scared basically because the ride is like almost trying to kill me, then I love it. Ejector, fucking love it. Laterals, I've grown to love this year.
Yes, bro.
And generally, quality of elements. If the elements are fucking amazing, the ride could be fucking 3 seconds long. I'm good. If it's literally the best I've ever felt on a ride, it can be. I don't care.
Yeah.
So
should we look at like honorable mentions maybe too?
So yeah, we'll go over our top 30 as our honorable mentions, the ones that didn't make it, the ones that might fall out even after next year. But the ones for now.
I was just gonna say like 5 like honorable mentions. Like
Yeah.
random ones that.
Wait, random ones?
Are like close. I don't know.
Why not the top 30 then?
I only did my top 25, so I just got a list of like other contenders.
Well, then okay, you're straight then. Because I have my top 30 up to my top 30 at least. I have more, but
okay. So should we go 30 through 25 to 25?
Yeah. No descriptions or any quick descriptions. And I guess I'll start. So 30 for me, Candemonium. Good fit for the park, but I am not a fan of B&M Hypers necessarily, and terrible ops. Yeah.
I'm gonna say one of my honorable mentions, Haggard's.
Oh.
Have to be Haggard's. Didn't quite make the top 25, but Haggard's is a fantastic ride, and I love the theming on it. So great operation. It's a marvel, really.
Number 29. It's Kraken. First time I got to ride it this year, but the first ride I got was ridiculous. Like pins and needles every inversion. I don't know what the hell was happening. But the second ride, not nearly as intense, but still a really damn good ride. That 90s B&M grit. That's what I'm going to call it. Like,
yeah. I'd say Cosmic Rewind being my next honorable mention.
I was actually thinking you were going to throw, like, the biggest wild card, the biggest joker, and just... That was going to be in the top 25, but okay.
It's close. It's pretty close.
Damn.
If I sat down and ranked everything, it's pretty close. I mean, it's fantastic. I love it for what it is.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are saying it's definitely not just the hype. Like, it's not just Disney fans. Like, it's genuinely such a fun time.
Yeah, that's how I see it. That's how I see it.
So, 28, I have the Batman clones.
Ooh, okay.
Because, like I said, that 90s grit. And, damn, like, it's all reliable kind of coasters for me. Like you know what you're gonna get. And if you like it, it's good.
Exactly.
Intense as hell. Like, good inversions. Whippy.
Mm-hmm. And bat wings, man.
Oh yeah.
I've got a defunct one here with a volcano.
Oh wow. That's funny because that's my next one, the 27.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Volcano
Rest in
was
peace.
such a good time, even though, like, objectively is not, like, super elite or even elite. Like, obviously he's not in the top 25. But I think it's one of the few coasters that, like, I loved hang time on. I just loved just hanging on those barrel rolls. Like, such a good... And those launches were fucking good, dude. Like,
Yeah.
they were so good.
Yeah.
So I guess now we'll piggyback to 26 because that was my 27. Yeah. Diamondback. That will be the highest B&M Hyper I have.
Yeah.
Because that gives Flowjector every time, I feel like. That is actually just... It's damn near sometimes when I rode it back then close to Ejector, but I didn't know what Ejector was until I rode RMCs this year and paid attention to Intimidator and what more forces and stuff. That gives Flowjector basically throughout its whole layout. Like, super good.
It's my favorite B&M Hyper still.
I don't really care about a B&M rattle. It's all cool.
There's no rattle on Diamondback. That's all I'm saying.
You say there's no rattle?
There's no rattle on Diamondback.
I don't know if I agree about that, but I just don't care about it. It's like, it's not...
There's no rattle. I think it's smooth butter.
Hey, maybe they should name it to Rattlesnake, and then... I mean, isn't a Diamondback a rattlesnake? Am I tripping right now? I think it is.
I don't know.
So if it is, it's thematically correct to Diamondback. So you know what? You're just not tough enough. You're just not tough enough, bro. If you can't handle Diamondback. But no, it's a great red.
I don't even think there's a rattle.
No, I was saying to the people that think it's a rattle and it's rough. Too much of a B&M rattle.
Yeah.
I've honestly never rode a ride and really said I've been annoyed with a B&M rattle. Like a B&M specifically. To be honest.
Actually, no, fuck Firebird.
Okay, that is just an ass ride in general. Like, so... like, rattle or no rattle, it's rough, and that shouldn't... It was one of the first. I get it.
My next one is Hulk.
Oh. Okay.
Yes.
I think Hulk for me might have a Hagrid's effect. Like how you might prefer Hagrid's a little more because you like Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm.
I think that might have the effect with me with Hulk.
What you mean.
Because I have that quite a few spots higher. That's all I'm gonna say.
I get what you mean. I get that.
But that's still fucking respectable, I think.
Yeah, it's really close.
Like,
especially from my count.
Yeah. And it being a B&M.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
At my 20, this is the last one, or was that 26? Did you do 26?
I have one more still.
All right, so this is my last one.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I did all of them.
You did your 26.
I did Candy, Kraken, Batman, Clone, Volcano, Diamondback.
Hold on, I did.
Are we doing 6?
I did Cosmic Rewind, Hagrid's, Hulk, and shoot. Yeah, that's all I did. All I did was Cosmic Rewind.
Wait, you did Hagrid's too.
Yeah, Cosmic Rewind, Hagrid's, Hulk, and Volcano. There's 4 of them.
Yeah, I guess
Volcano,
you need one more.
Hulk, Hagrid's.
Well, I'll just put Hagrid's in.
I'm in Yodi land.
Yeah, I'm pretty heavy right now myself, to be honest. But
So my 5th one, 26, would be Twister. Twister at Knoebels.
So not making the top 25, but still very high in general.
Still elite.
Okay.
Still elite.
So now, top 25.
Yes, top 25. Shall I take it away?
Yes, you can start with the top 25 here. What is your number 25? We'll go with quicker descriptions here until we'll get into, like, the real meat. Like, top 15, top 10,
So, number 25 being Wild One, Six Flags America.
We have it super close, actually.
Yeah. And really, I mean, this was a very big surprise this year. Not quite as much of a surprise as Thunderbolt, but yeah, I did not expect it to be really fucking good, but it has a lot of forces.
Ejector and laterals?
Yep.
Thank you.
20 minutes down the road, 40 minutes down the road. Don't mind if I do.
It's the only reason you're renewing your pass.
Yep.
Well, and Fiesta Texas, but...
Yeah.
So, my 25, we have Manta. Now, what an experience in general, being a flying experience. Now, actually, I don't find it to be the most comfortable, but
yeah,
it is what it is. Because the elements on it are great. It really does feel like I'm flying, being a Manta. But that pretzel loop is... You basically get a heady just from the pretzel loop. Like, you could gray out on it if you are yelling or screaming. I could see it. Super intense and sustained, like crazy element. I can't wait to try Tatsu, basically.
Yes, and Flying Dinosaur.
Oh,
don't forget that one.
Oh yeah. It will be hard to get weed in Japan.
Yeah.
I'm just drinking there. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not risking that.
Yeah.
I ain't risking that. 24 is for you.
We have the Beast, Kings Island. Probably still one of my absolute favorite night rides. That is amazing.
Now, I didn't get a night ride on it, but I do love the Beast in general, like what it does.
Last ride of the night on Beast.
Like laterals on it are honestly still like.
I think that's good, like
dude. They're so good.
My one on the list. That's like my one on the list that is a bit like sentimental almost.
Yeah, I mean, there are people that have Beasts in 25, like, or some other coasters in 25, that have that sentimental value. Hell, I think I might have a few. Specifically, pretty high. But I mean, I get it. I think I have it in the top 40. So I don't think it's gonna rise. Would you say at 24?
Yeah.
No, I have it at my top 40.
I was saying, what's your 24?
Oh, my bad. Mako. Actually, that is the highest B&M hyper.
Ooh.
Because I didn't get re-rides on Diamondback. That's what I remember.
Ooh.
It's a good ride.
That is a party foul.
I dropped I spilled the beer, the red Solo cup, bro. No, it's legit, consistent. It's the best at what it does, at least until I rewrite Diamondback. But I still think, from what I remember in Diamondback, but it's so long, it might be better because it has more moments, a better finale. But Diamondback is much more fresher in my mind. Mako is much more fresher in my mind.
I did finally come around to Mako, but I still have Diamondback a little higher. Mako's number 2 though.
Yeah, I just mislooked that in the when I did my quick little skim earlier. But yeah, it's super consistent. I get the finale doesn't do much, but it is the best of what it does. It basically gives full ejector each hill. Like, if only it had more hills like them back. But those hills are great, like super good, and the speed hill is awesome.
Yeah.
And it's picturesque. All right, you're 24.
Who's Beast? It's I'm 23 now. Bruh.
20. So, what's your 23?
23 is Pantheon.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
It actually made the top. It made the cut.
It did. Pantheon is elite, I will say.
Now,
I mean, it really is. It's pretty much, it's a full package ride. It's an elite ride.
yeah, I will say it really does. Like, it hits a lot. I just wish it hit a little more on verticals, but that's it.
Thousand feet longer, and you're talking, Velocicoaster level, but no. Yeah, not quite there, but still elite. What do you got at 23?
I have Wild One. Like we said earlier, those lats and that ejector, man, and that classic feel, just can't beat it, dude.
Gotta love PTCs.
Now I was getting kind of stapled, but there were a few rides I would change on certain sides when the operators were going around. I was able to get some rooming. Damn, man. People don't talk about it because it's out of America. That's basically it. Like, and I get it. Like, I definitely get it. America is a terrible park, but Wild One is a fantastic ride.
Yeah.
So 22.
Yes. Steel Curtain.
Huh. That's really funny, actually. You'll see later.
Dude, Steel Curtain is so good. It's elite. I mean, it's got the whip, it's got the airtime, it's got the inversions. I like the restraints.
It does do a lot.
Yeah, I find it to just be a really good elite ride, and it's long too.
That second rewrite definitely, it definitely benefited, in my opinion, because
yeah, 100%.
It moved. In like my theoretical head, I didn't officially rank it, but it went from like good to like damn. I get it.
Yeah.
I wish more people could ride it before like more have it like break in and all that stuff. And even then, it still might be a little bit hard to ride just because like even with two trains, man.
Mm-hmm.
Those ops. Really the trains. It's the trains, not even the operators. At 22 for me, Alpengeist. Because that intensity is so good. One of the most intense B&M inverts. As in the first half, at least. Jesus Christ, that speed you get. And the thing is, I get why people like Great Bear, but that's the stuff I don't... Great Bear is just speed. For me. Yeah. I don't get really that much verticals from Great Bear. Alpengeist is the speed, height, and I'm literally like getting pins and needles on, oh my god, on every like whip. That Cobra Roll is the best Cobra Roll that B&M has ever engineered. Like, it's the best one. There's no doubt in my mind, in my opinion, because like every single time I am surprised. I'm almost like I have to find myself again in the seat.
Yeah.
So good. All right, but 21.
Oh. All right, this is gonna be a little hot. Sky Rush.
I think that's completely fine. I think that's completely fair. Because that's still like a good, damn good ride.
Yeah.
I think it could go up or down.
So the way it is for me, and where I finally ended up finding where I decided to rank it, it's really good. It's intense, it has airtime, but it's just a little short, and the restraints aren't the best.
You know, like, I get the complaints when people say it's short. Definitely restraints, because even for me, I was like, Jesus Christ. Like, I can imagine anyone that is bigger, built, like, just, yeah, like, it could be kind of painful. And I could even understand people saying the layout being a little uninspired. But I'd still say that's elite code, like top 25, that's your top 25. Like,
yeah.
For my 21, I have Afterburn.
Ooh. Yes. Best invert.
It was my best invert until recently. A little spoiler. But Afterburn is phenomenal. It's just go, 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 go. The entire ride. It is a little bit short, but it makes up for the elements that it throws at you. Like, they are some of B&M's best. Like, intense, near misses, super good ride. No lulls at all. It is consistently, you're consistently just pinned to your seat the entire ride.
Yeah.
Top 20 time.
Yes.
What you got?
20. I've got Iron Rattler.
Ooh. Okay.
Yes.
So it didn't move much after your rides from recent trip.
No, but refreshed, they were great. So it's just, I mean, it meanders a bit on the cliffs, and it's a little short in duration. But other than that, I mean, Iron Rattler is freaking-tastic.
Understandable. That's definitely, it's one of the few rides I'm hoping to get super soon. Because hell, I mean, I'm going to try to get to Fiesta soon. 20 from me, you're going to disagree with. This one's a polarizing one. Kind of like the Sky Rush one. Copperhead Shrike.
Hi.
Love the hang time. Actually, mad long. The back is super good. And the airtime you do get actually is great. Now, it's not like anything amazing. But it's great and complements the inversions and the amount, like the hang time inversions and even the intensity you get in some of the turns and the banked elements coming back or double backing around before the launch or the second launch. I think all the elements together makes it just a great, great ride. If only the capacity were a little bit better. 19?
Yeah. 19, I've got the Raven at Holiday World.
Huh.
Now this is probably hot for a lot of people, but
it's pretty high. Specifically that one and not another, not the Legend.
It's still got some really crazy moments. I mean, it's got intensity, airtime, laterals, so there's something about it though. Like, it's just, I had some really great night rides on it with a lot of room, so.
Yeah. I mean, that's another thing I will say about certain rides later when I get to them. But I think getting that comfortable experience really matters. You know, like getting room, and not necessarily just like, oh yeah, I want 3 clicks open, but like getting room, you know, to really feel the elements, feel the forces. 19. I feel like this might just dip down, but it might stay around when I re-ride. But Ka. King to Ka.
Yeah.
That launch makes my stomach drop. It's so good. It's rattly, but I can take it. And that sight and being 456 feet high, wow. Yeah. Hell, it's the shortest ride on this list that I have. But there is literally nothing like that launch. And seeing that anywhere else in the world. And feeling that, just, oh man, just, ugh. That is an experience. There's no other coaster like it. So, 18?
Another interesting one. We've got Switchback.
Huh.
At CDTs.
Yeah, I don't hear a lot of people have it this high, to be honest.
I mean, it's a gravity group. It's got some great forces. It's gimmicky with the whole going backwards thing. So, I mean, I don't know. I really enjoyed it, though. A lot of airtime and intensity.
Yeah, it makes me interested when I find my way there, because, like I said, no one talks about it. But literally, if you guys haven't seen, look at the reel on our Instagram of how happy RC, it's like RC cheese face.
Yeah.
On that ride. It's like just good times. Like I gotta get on there. 18 for me is Steel Curtain.
Okay.
And like just the most versions in North America. You can like buy the. It's one of those rides where like, damn, like you're on the break. We're like, sheesh, that was a lot, but in a good way. That second round, like we said earlier, redeemed itself because airtime hit, the whip hit. Yeah. It was also at night too, but yeah, like that ride is just so damn good. Like every element is great in the least. Some really good ones in there, but great in the least. All right, 17.
17. We've got Mystic Timbers. This is Mystic Timbers is fantastic. So much airtime, long duration, pretty much. It just fits what I look for. Because it's the ejector hits.
You see, and people say, "Oh, there's no ejector." That's funny.
No, it's ejector.
And I can't wait to go back because I literally haven't rode it. So.
It is amazing. 17.
Yeah, like. See, this is why I said it was funnier earlier, because you had Pantheon and Steel Curtain right next to each other. I think you have Pantheon underneath Steel Curtain.
Underneath.
Yeah, but I have Pantheon just above. It's at 17.
I can understand that.
As, to be honest, they feel very similar.
I wouldn't go quite that far, but
in the sense of like, they all give like super quality elements.
Yeah.
It's not. Pantheon isn't as long as Steel Curtain. I don't get the whip on Steel Curtain, or like on Steel Curtain. But generally, like, they're not giving me verticals. Like, they're not pinning me to my seat. But it's a damn good time. Like, whatever they do give, it's great elements.
Yeah.
Now, I was assuming this was going to be higher on my list, riding it and looking at it. But it is what it is, you know? And if they do add that actual top 10 elite standout in the next coming year, then I feel like it'll make this ride even better. Like, I won't move up, but it'll complement and make more sense to me.
Yeah.
To go to Busch Gardens, Williamsburg.
Yeah, exactly.
16?
We have Mind Blower at Fun Spot Kissimmee.
So it's moved down.
Yes. I've ridden too much that's better, basically.
Yeah. It was in your top 10.
It was hanging around at the number 10 spot for quite some time, but I have seen the light and dropped it. Still elite. I mean, it's short in duration, but it is unbelievable. So intense, so much airtime. Has the freaking corkscrew. It's insane.
Yeah. It was sad because we were looking at it. We were playing at the mini golf course right before. But we were like, there's no way with us having to go to this different airport. You know, we're going to have to decide either to do this, then book it, or go to White Lightning.
Yeah.
But it does look like a little punchy, incredible ride. Which,
yeah,
those little, like, ones that pack a punch generally, I have a soft spot for.
Yeah, exactly.
16 for me is Kumba. As I have been waiting to ride this ride for years. Looked at it in like all the books, all the POVs on YouTube of Sharp Productions back in the day, like, and finally being able to ride it and actually live up to like right at its expectations, in my opinion. Just a really damn good, intense B&M. And it has character, too. The way it whips through some of the near misses. Like, just, I love it. I fucking love it, man. We're getting the rides we're really loving, in my opinion. Because some of these rides are, I love Goomba, man. I wish I could have got even more rides. If only had a few more days.
Yeah.
So 15.
Yeah. 15, we have Boardwalk Bullet.
Boardwalk Bullet made it to the top 15.
Yes, it did. That bad wooden coaster. That's a bad wooden coaster right there.
That is a bad boy.
Out in Kama, Texas. I mean, it's got, and apparently, according to a local, we caught it on a slow day. But I got 6 rides on it, and I got front, I got back, and I mean, it hauls, and it's got so much lats, so much ejector, drops. I mean, it's awesome.
It looks insane. Like, just it wraps around itself. Just,
I'd love to get it on a fast day.
Hopefully. Got to endure another summer Texas trip.
I think it's going to be worth it, though, for sure.
At 15, this is one of the highest ranking B&Ms I have. They're dwindling.
No.
One you won't agree with. Intimidated at Carowin. No, it's not. That's probably my bottom 15, bro. But my 15 is Montu. Because this ride
really
is phenomenal. It is, in my opinion, it's the most complete package that B&M, like layout-wise, that B&M has ever made. It has a mid-course and still doesn't lose speed.
I don't really disagree. It's great. I just have it a little bit under Afterburn.
Like, I wish I could have seen the cream color scheme. That does look a little bit better in pictures than the like golden yellow that they use. But the ride, the near misses, the intensity, Afterburn does have a better bat wing, but Montu is just longer with every element being quality, every single one. Love it.
Yeah.
I was surprised I liked it more than Kuma, but it just is what it is. Like, for me at least. 14. We're getting to some rides now.
Yes. 14 is Thunderbolts for me.
Okay, we have it pretty close. So it made the top 15.
I mean, what an amazing ride.
It's such a fun ride.
Just the atmosphere. It's I love the gimmicks of it and how it uses the terrain. And I mean, the forces are fantastic.
Dude, I wish we got Phantoms passing by while we were going to. That would have been amazing. Because we go right underneath it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I love that ride.
Fantastic.
At 14 for me, you're gonna hate me. This might be the one you hate me for.
Oh god.
Stormrunner. Cause that launch, drop from the top hat, the flying snake dive, the airtime, and the lats, the hang time, they're all so good for me. They're all elite elements to me. If only it were longer. Like, it is so good. You gotta get. I don't know.
I've reridden it this year.
All I gotta say is I don't know. But for me, it slaps.
It's like probably top 50.
I mean, I can see it there. That's understandable.
Yeah.
Because like I get it's polarizing. In fact, like it's like you don't see it even much at all in top 20s, but you will see it occasionally. But it's not common at all. So yeah. Number 13. Unlucky number 13.
13 we have Phoenix.
Okay.
Knobles.
Confirmed not best wooden coaster in the world.
Yeah, no, definitely not. But Phoenix is awesome. You know, buzz bars. So
much
that
air.
Can really be 2 words to describe Phoenix: buzz bar or buzz bar. Yeah.
Buzz bars and eject airtime.
Yeah.
Like my 13. It actually moved up. I think a spot or 2 from last year.
Ooh.
It was Incredible Hulk.
Ooh. Yes.
This is the highest B&M, essentially, because, yeah, as long as B&M, the whip, the theme, the intensity, like, you are just going forever. Like, the B&Ms that just go and keep that intensity, that's where Album Guys fails in the second half.
I had one Hulk ride that was just like so amazing like that, where it was running so fast one of those nights when we were there.
It's so good, and you just can't beat going over the lake like that. What a way to start a ride too. One of the best starts to a roller coaster. I love Hulk. Number 12 though.
Number 12, we've got Phantom's Revenge.
Huh. Okay.
Yes. Incredible. The drops, the speed, the airtime. I need to ride it some more. I think it would actually go up if I got more rides on it, not gonna lie.
I almost agree. Because
I think it could end up a lot higher.
Yeah. Because that airtime, ridiculous. My 12 though, staying in Kennywood. Thunderbolt.
Yes.
As
fantastic.
Some of the most fun time you can have on a roller coaster. You get buzz bars, ejector, some of the best laterals on a roller coaster.
Insane.
Like, pinned to your seat, sustained. And the way you start off, you just roll out. You begin the ride before you even begin the ride. Like, if you haven't, go out to Kennywood and go ahead and ride Thunderbolt. Please. Make a trip for their top 3. It's so good. It's so good. Thunderbolt stan accounts here.
Kennywood stands
for sure. Kennywood. You'll see us. All right, you're gonna see us. Number 11.
11. Well, we stand this as well. Magnum.
Oh yeah, that's so close. No.
It is unbelievable. Is all I will say.
Magnum is the truth. It moved up exponentially. I get it. I see the light. And if you don't get it, if you think it's too rough or the airtime's too much, you just don't like quality.
Them Dorito hills.
Quality. Because the airtime is, I used to say it was bad airtime. No.
And the helix, since it's like sunk down into the sand, is really fun.
The jank too, like,
yeah.
Everything. It's like, I get it. It's jank. I get it. But I love when jank works out into just some of the most fun ass rides that you can have. Love it. My 11 though is El Toro.
Ooh, goodness.
It was in my top 3 and has been moving down since 2021 because I have not been getting any rides on it. And I've been riding new things. And my memory of it is fading.
Jeez.
So, I still remember the 3 camelbacks just being absolutely elite. Like, yes. You're just sustained ejector, like, It's amazing. It's incredible. It's one of the best moments on a roller coaster. Legit.
Yeah.
And then the Rolling Thunder. There is a lull in the middle, which
I disagree. I disagree with you calling it a lull.
Really?
Yes.
It just gives like meh in the middle there, like.
No, it is incredible.
Nonetheless, it's still my top 15, almost damn near top 10, and I'll probably go up again. The good ass retrack.
Re-rides will be amazing.
Number 10, top 10 here.
We have made it to the top 10. And
the sacred ground.
Opening off, we've got Legend at home.
Oof.
Which is absolutely incredible. You've got the drops. You've got an unbelievable amount of lateral forces. You've got airtime, and you've got a ton of duration. I mean, really, it's everything I want in a Woody. One of the best from CCI.
That is that's high.
Oh,
I haven't even wrote it. That's high.
Just wait. Just ride it. You'll see. What do you got?
Number 10, Magnum XL 200.
Yes.
Because now I can continue. Because,
Yes.
the jank, I basically did finish off, though, realistically, but that jank on that ride is so good. At least to me. Like, it's one of a kind. And it set off the Coaster Wars, essentially. Like, one of the first hypers. Every element to me slaps. You cannot beat the 5 quintuple. Like, just the 5 Dorito Hills back to back. It's so good if you're a fan of ejector airtime. It's so good. It's an ejector airtime fan's dream, in fact. Like, incredible coaster. But moving on to number 9.
So, number 9, the only B&M on my top 25, Fury 325. That is the only B&M my top 25. I mean, not a big fan of boring and mild, but they sure did something right with this one.
yes, they did.
The length, the elements, the airtime, the speed, the intensity. It's absolutely amazing. Can't wait to go back.
Oh, we'll be back. At 9 for me, I have Phantom's Revenge.
Ooh.
Because that second drop is the second best drop I have ever experienced on a coaster.
Yeah.
It feels like almost like a drop tower at one point. You're going for so long. Then you're slammed with verticals right after, and a near miss.
Yeah.
Incredible. Airtime, like some of the best airtime moments coming back. Double down. The one literally coming back to the brake run, the final brake run. I think we both fucked up Ernie on that.
Yeah.
Night rides, some of the best. That ride is a gem. It really is.
Really need to re-ride.
All right, number 8.
Number 8. Well, it is my most ridden coaster.
I know what it is then.
Twisted Timbers.
Okay.
The coaster I've ridden the most of any.
I'm smiling just thinking about it. I love that coaster, but
it is I absolutely adore it. I may stand.
Ejector airtime dream.
Yes.
Like every single hill, your thighs are in the orange lap bar.
Yes. Literally thinking about that, I was riding it like 27 hours ago. Miss it.
Miss it already.
Yes. 100%.
My number 8 is Fury 325, my official highest B&M. But this thing almost feels like a damn near intimate. The speed and the best, my favorite first drop on a coaster is this. It just lasts forever. It is so good. Yeah, whatever they did here, they need to find that sauce again. They need to find that ingredient again. And I would be a B&M fan because Fury 325 is the one. That's their king. That's
Yeah.
That is their magnum opus, easily bar none. And I don't know, unless a park is gonna ball out, I don't know if we're ever gonna see anything like that again. Because we saw what happened with the budget Giga with Orion. So
pathetic.
We'll see. Otherwise, Fury 325 is B&M. Please make another one somewhere. Not a Fury 325, but another Giga with that amount of just power, please.
Yeah.
Number 7.
So
Lucky number 7.
Speaking of Gigas, my number 1 Giga.
I know what it is.
my absolute favorite Giga is Intimidator 305 at number 7.
Wait, I've been seeing love for this ride this year, and I'm fucking so happy.
Just what a ride, man. And what a high ride.
Bro.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Verticals, positives, gray outs every time. Every single time.
What an incredible ride. The speed, the intensity, the airtime, the whip.
Ugh. The whip.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Intimate.
Literally. Oh, man. At my number 7, we have a ride that is very similar, but just up the highway in Pennsylvania. In Sky Rush.
Fair. That's fair.
That first drop is amazing. You get 2 in 1. You get a combo. You got a combo, man. You get a 2 for 5 combo with the first drop. 2 ejector pops. And then just laterals and intensity. Like, you're fearing that you're going to just get flung out of the seat. Either it's upwards or it's left or right. It is amazing. And I honestly really like the setting of it, too. I was not expecting it to hit like it did, and it exceeded those expectations. I get the consensus of, like, hey, the restraints. I even agree the restraints are kind of ass, honestly. But I'm literally just out of control every single time. Every single time I ride that thing. I can never catch myself.
I mean, the first drop really in particular is, like, insane.
I love me some Sky Rush. Love it. So, number 6. Corner on the ones that almost made.
Yeah.
The top 5.
Number 6 for me is Maverick.
It's so funny on this. That's really funny to me.
Maverick is just perfect. It was number 5, but it actually moved down pretty recently. But yeah, no, Maverick is absolutely fantastic. But you have it number 6.
Wait, that was your number 6?
Yeah.
So that's my number 6. I don't know why I thought that was your number 5.
Yeah,
I'm stupid.
Right. Yeah, Maverick's my number 6.
Yeah, we have it exactly the same then. Cause
yeah, that thing is amazing.
What a little. I can't think of the right words without phrasing here. Just what a punchy little coaster, dude.
It's like what Rick or not. It's like what Daryl calls Judith Grimes on The Walking Dead. Little ass kicker.
Yes.
Little ass kicker. That's exactly what it is.
You literally
Shout out
have
to my Walking Dead fans.
Yeah. Did you end up finishing season?
Yes, and it made me cry.
Damn.
That was the series finale.
Damn.
Definitely made me cry. Not spoiling anything, but it was amazing.
But Maverick damn near almost made me cry because of how damn good this ride is. Like you look some of the best whip, some of the best airtime. It does not stop.
The speed.
Like it does not
the duration.
Let go. You're always pedal to the metal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can keep going on Maverick, but I think those in-depth descriptions could stay for the Mount Rushmore. The top 5 here.
Me in particular, with my top 5, like these 5 are separate from anything else. Like these 5 are just S tier. Like I would drive any amount of time to go ride these one time.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way, to be honest.
Yeah. Like these top 5 are basically my perfect coasters.
These are the ones that define me, I will say.
They're not interchangeable, but they're definitely in the right order and they're all like absolutely fantastic. So
these are the ones that if you were to guess what kind of forces I prefer, what kind of things I like in a coaster, these are the rides.
And I'll open it off with my number 5 being Iron Gwazi.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
So, yeah, new for 2022. And I mean, there was one day I got 22 rides in one day. And I did not see the hype at that point. I only recently saw the hype in October, but this ride is absolutely incredible. Just totally relentless. Literally hits the final brake run so hard that like it's just insane that it hits it at that speed.
It's almost an element of itself.
Yeah. It is just balls to the wall from drop to finish. And has amazing elements.
Number 5 for me will show how much of an ejector whore I am. Twisted Timbers. Also, there's a few more reasons. What a reliable, consistent coaster for. I want to get on a damn good ride that gives some of the best airtime in the world. Literally, like every single hill gives some of the best ejector. And okay, it's one tune, one trick pony. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. I'll admit it. This one time, I am okay with that. Because every single hill, like I said, is so damn... It's the only ride where my thighs are literally hurting on the lap bar. Every time. Oh, legit intense ejector. To where you're wondering if you're like, this is okay. Phenomenal ride. And one of the ride that kind of got me back into all of this. So that's also a little bit of sentimental there. But also one of the few rides I've gotten the most on the last 2 years.
Yeah. Definitely. Most ridden.
So, number 4.
Yeah.
What's your number 4?
I've got El Toro.
That's a good place. It makes sense it makes complete sense too, to be honest. That ride is out of control. Like,
it's actually, I believe it's been number 4 since I wrote it for the first time in April. I mean, you've got the 3 camelbacks with insane ejector, the drop. I personally don't think there's ever a mid moment on it when you go into the turnaround and then the second turnaround. Then you have the freaking Rolling Thunder Hill, and then it does finally die out as you're getting to the end there. But I mean, it's just the beginning part of the layout's so good.
I think the 3 camelbacks and the turnaround with the lats after is so elite that's probably why I think that, like, it's kind of like the Maverick inversions.
But, like, to do that 56 times in one day, I don't know how I walked back out to the car.
You limped. You didn't walk. You just didn't lower yourself, bro. You just didn't look. My man had bruises and broken limbs.
A lot of battle scars that night.
And my number 4. We have the ride that I think has desensitized me to positives in general. I'll get off a ride and say, oh, that wasn't too bad. And some people will be, oh, I grayed out. But I think it's because of this beast that I don't think should exist because of its turn. But Intimidator 305.
Yeah.
Like, this is the ride that made me an enthusiast back then. But there's still no ride like it to this day. Only Skyrush, and even then I'm not graying out every time on Skyrush. That I am literally pinned, whips thrown. I'm getting sore, my arms are getting sore from holding my hands up from marathoning, because I'm holding my hand, I have to hold my arms from the forces of the positives pushing me down. It's maniacal. And it's the type of ride that I like. It feels like it shouldn't exist almost. That ride will speak to me to this day. I love Intimidator 305.
World class.
And I don't think we're gonna ever see anything like it again. That's another reason. I don't know. I feel like it's so one of a kind.
It's polarizing.
Oh, it definitely is. I see people that have it not even in the top 50. Not even the top 100.
Yeah.
But I've been seeing a lot more love for it this year, and it made me super happy. I was looking at a lot of top 25s and Days of Coasters, and it was consistently in, like, top 15s, top 10s this year for some people. I was like, let's go. It's getting the love it deserves, because this ride is phenomenal. It's just out of this world.
Yeah.
Top 3, though.
Gosh. These ones are very, very tough. And they do feel interchangeable, but still, they're definitely in order, I'd say. And number 3 being Velocicoaster.
I guess to make things a little quicker, that's also my number 3.
Okay.
Because...
Okay.
What... The most full package coaster that probably... Until we get to Fantasialand.
Yeah.
And even then... the way they weave that theme in is so seamless and good.
It's amazing.
Like... every element.
And everything just hits, and it's long, you know.
Like, I wasn't expecting the first half to hit, honestly. I was expecting it to be just okay. I wasn't expecting there to be positives like there was, but there was. I think people kind of, like, undersell the amount of verticals, or amount of positives you get there.
Yeah.
But the Mosasaurus roll, man. The stall.
Best inversion on any coaster, 100%.
I can see it. Like, I flip-flop, honestly. So good. Front, back, left, right, middle. Even middle rows are world class.
Yeah. There's not a bad rail on that ride.
I wonder if they designed it for that purpose. I kind of doubt it, but maybe.
Yeah.
So number 2, what do you got?
Steel Vengeance.
I also have Steve there. It's so good. It's so good.
Yes. I mean, it's just relentless from start to finish, and I'm an RMC stan, so it's perfect. It's got all the elements hit, all the airtime. It's just so long.
It is so long. Like, literally, I didn't really know where I was going until after my 4th ride.
Yeah.
Like, you lose yourself in that structure. You almost get 2 rides in one, too, honestly. It's like, after the mid-course, you just dip in, you just pop after pop. And I'm surprised, like, people say Steve has this effect where all the hills feel the same. I legit think those hills feel more different than on Twisted Hills. Like, there's much more variety and just wave turns and, like, outer banks and just more like, that ride is the definition of character. In my opinion. Like, so good. From start to finish. Drop all the way to the brake run. Like,
yeah.
There's no average moment. There's no
that outer bank is just fantastic.
There's no good moment. There's no great. There's only elite moments on that ride.
Yeah.
So I think we do differ on number 1, though.
Yes.
So, drum roll. I'll give it to you. What's your number 1?
That title belongs to The Voyage.
The Voyage. Holiday World.
I mean, wow. It has the duration. It feels like it goes on forever, and it never lets up. Especially when it rolls through the mid-course break run.
Well, that's during Hollywood Nights, but
I would definitely say that, like, I was a bit. I think when I rode it in summer of 2021, I was not as sold on it as I was when I went for Hollywood Nights. But even the non-trimless rides that I got this year in 2022 were good enough for it to seriously be my number 1. Like, it is just truly the best coaster I've ever been on.
I mean, a lot of people have it extremely high. Number 1 spot worthy. It's won. I mean, a more coaster for a lot of awards anyway. Hollywood award shows really, but still, it has the accolades even for not just enthusiasts, essentially, to clamor that award. And it's been in my number 1 or one of my few top 5 bucket lists for a while, as I'll say.
Yeah. And you're number 1, which I already know.
Yeah, I was too excited about it, and if you really were, unless you follow my Twitter where I did 25 days of coasters, where I didn't post it on Instagram, but unless you talk to me personally, but for the podcast, number 1 is the Iron Gwazi, because that is incredible. It should be Incredible Gwazi. That's what it should be called. 11 out of 10 experience for me. And I don't know if it was the Train 3 rides or not, but like, I don't even know if I could tell which train was Train 3 or not. I just know people were saying, "Oh, we're in Train 3." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And then I would be, just from start to finish though, just the drop, the outer bank, the death roll, which I legit thought I was going to get thrown out with the amount of room and whip and airtime I had at the same time while plummeting down to get more speed. I look forward or sideways. or back whatever way I'm whipping myself, and it's a blur. I don't see shit. It's like I'm blacking out without like. Oh man, and the twist and shout, the wave turn is the single best moment of ejector airtime I've ever felt on a coaster. I think it's one of the coasters where, in theory, it's short, but every element is so ace that it makes the hell up for it.
Yeah. I don't even feel like it's that short. It just could be longer.
It's just so fast it cooks through the layout. Like it's like Intimidator effect. Oh jeez, yeah. But from the speed to even the first time I felt really positives on an RMC.
Yeah.
Like real, actually, where I'm like pinned. It is go down. I want to go down to Tampa to ride it, but their operations, man. Be prepared. That's all I gotta say. But like it's worth enduring for it. It's worth it. It's worth it. Like that ride is everything. That ride is my baby at the moment, and literally the only reason I am renewing my Platinum Seas Pass.
Ooh, that's hot. Okay.
Yeah, the only reason. Otherwise, because I'm gonna be going to Busch Gardens, Johannesburg. It's a given. Yeah. And then when I go down there, I'm close to my number one. I'm gonna want to ride at my number one.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm going to be going to Texas. I'm going to be going to SeaWorld San Antonio. It just, it makes sense. But we're not talking about logistics of that, because we're getting close to 3.5 hours of the cast.
Really?
Yeah. So there's 10 minutes cut because it took us 10 minutes for the break, but otherwise we're 3 minutes and 10 in here. Where we just finished 3 hours and 10, yeah.
Sheesh.
You know, these next casts will not be as long. This was just 2022 was just an insane year, man. Like
we did a lot.
We really did. Like from spontaneous trips to the point to going down to the Florida, gathering all those creds in December, and now we're just planning stuff a few months from now. It's nonstop.
Exciting stuff coming.
But if you guys made it all the way here, thank y'all for listening and enduring our. And if you cringed at our takes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We look at takes we cringe at a lot, but that's all. To be honest, it's one of the things I love about the hobby, is seeing all the different opinions and the tastes that people have, and how they would rank because of that. But otherwise, if you made it this far to this 2022 in review, go ahead and you might like more of our casts. They won't be as long. Don't be expecting it, but we cover the news, cover random topics while smoking, and go ahead and follow us on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, which we're on now by this episode. And if you want to follow us on our coaster social medias, you can follow me at West Tower Coasters.
You can find me at Old Line Airtime.
And that's on Instagram. And yeah. Also, I forgot. Excuse me. If you wanted to find YouTube and Spotify, it's at West Tower, and the Spotify, the High Rollers, same as where you found on YouTube. But yeah. All right.
Thank you for tuning in.
Thank y'all for making it this far, and catch y'all in the next one. Remember to stay safe out there, stay kind, and be a homie. Peace out.
Peace.